Greetings and salutations. By the time you guys are seeing my live read through, or not live, I guess, but like my read through of Your Justice and mine, I'm actually done the second season. So feel free to comment about anything related to Kubera that is from the second or first season. I have not started season 3 yet. Please don't spoil or even hint at anything. I will get to it. Thank you. Enjoy.
A little something like eeny, meeny, right from the beginning. Smoke a little pack, but the pack never timid. Church, but I'm seeing it. Curse when I'm winning. She need a new back. When it's back, I'ma bend it. Slap up some guinea. Ask me to hit it. Watch a nigga black slipper yak, I'ma quit it. Swerve in the Benzie. Perfume is Fendi. Bobby move fast, real fast like I'm Ricky. That's cause I'm pretty. Came from the dirt. Showing up a nigga can't handle the work. Ooh, y'all, swing with it first. Young white girl like a ram.
Currygom, you are stressing your boy out. I'm trying to rock with Asha, the GOAT. you, you hurt my feelings. I'm sitting through that trial trying to believe, trying to find. I'm like, yo, there's a good reason. I promise. You gotta believe. Believe in Asha. Ay. But anywho, I do want to say that as far as like court cases and law type trials and things that I've seen in the narrative, this is one of the best ones that I've experienced. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. That was amazing. Like falling petals. That was incredible. Obviously, if y'all don't know, I'm a huge Ace Attorney fan, Phoenix Wright. So obviously, there's a lot of those cases that I think are like the GOAT of terms of like law cases I've seen. There's some in Suits that I like in other shows, but this one was up there. That was incredible. But all right. Let's waste no more time. Got my water. Get your water. Get your liquid. Stay hydrated. Got my smoothie. And we read it. Kubera. Let's go. Asha. So we're on season 2, 135. Your Justice in Mind part 1 started. And in total, this is chapter 237. Asha, I'm over here. Open the door. And her eyes gets wide. Asha's like her hair was covered. I saw the shape of her mouth reciting a spell, but I could only hear it faintly. So I believed that I was mistaken. There was no way it could be. She couldn't possibly use a spell like that on me in that situation. She straight up bodied her. That's so crazy. And then she got ejected from the elevator? Fuck me. Hati Asvins. Wow, I can say your recovery magic is better than mine for sure. I'm a lot better. I'm better at a lot of spells than you. Is Lee's okay? What happened to her? She said she swung her sword of return, but a red light came out of it, and the railing smashed. It's a weird sentence. She says she doesn't know why, but it looks like she accidentally used a transcendental. She seemed really sorry when I said that I would handle the repair for the railing since she had to rush off somewhere. Hold on, Ran. Let's get this straight. I'm the one who did the repair, not you. Sorry, Professor. Is there anything you would like to eat? I, Ran, have a gold card. He said, hold on. A big double A magician. I got money. He already had money, but you know. Slight flex. Sorry, but individual visits are not possible right now since she is a class A magician offender with proving charges of magic murder. If you tell me what you wish to communicate to her, I will review it and relay your message to her. It's alright. It's not something I can say to anyone else. Well, bye then. Is she the girl who stood up for Asha earlier? Yeah, she seems completely different from earlier. I wonder what happened. Please. So you really did come to see Asha. Could we talk? Just for a minute? Is it true that Kaz is alive? Huh? Yeah. So, it was. Wait, it was? Huh? So it was really him I saw that day after I left for Terra. Can I just... Slight nitpick. This is a nitpick. It's not a criticism. It's a nitpick. I think Currygom leans on Lee's being like... dumb, quote unquote, not believing in herself, getting amnesia, and like, you know, kind of suppressing the truth in her mind a little more than I would like. Because you did see, if like for me, if I thought I saw my dead friend and I wasn't sure and I saw, I need to confirm that. If I lost my whole village, I need to I would probably wouldn't have left Atera until I knew for sure. You know what I'm saying? So Not a problem, just a slight nitpick, because I do find that Currygom is constantly leaning on, oh, what happened, Leeds? What'd you do? I don't remember. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. So, slight nitpick. Then is it true that Asha knew about that and kept it from me? Well, that is true, Leeds, but the blue writing is just my personal opinion. No, you were right about at least about how I felt. It's true I ended up depending on Asha because I thought I had nothing left. It's also true that I wouldn't have put my life on the line for revenge if I had met Kaz. I know myself better than anyone. The only thing you were wrong about is this, the part about me not knowing that Asha tried to kill me. You were wrong about that, Mirha. I remember the moment when Asha was about to kill me. Ooh, why she look like that? You would be totally wrong to think that it was all for my sake to keep this all hidden from me. My smile resembles my father's. What meaning does smiling have when it's through a complete deception such as this? Listen, Leeds, just listen to this. Leeds, this is what I have to say. Your father was a hero on cards. I deeply respected him with all my heart. So that person here right now is Leeds Hayas, not Raul Leeds. Not because I look like someone or because of a special name. Can't you just look at me for who I am? Am I completely useless without those features? Why does everyone? Not everyone. Why? Why won't you come? Why aren't you here right now? You don't go. You can't go. Come back. Please come back. It's better to have my body ripped apart than to have my heart ripped apart. Oh, I'm so sad now. I can't even say it's gonna be okay. There's only pain in the future. Oh! Somebody help me. Help me. Leeds, who are you looking for? What's gotten into all of a sudden? Leeds. There's my guy Jatayu. Something doesn't feel right. She doesn't seem to be in any particular danger, but something is wrong. I'll go check on her. It's nothing. I can just leave again. Northern Eloth, the transport ship terminal. Wait, this ship goes between Caliboom and Aero Plateau. Why did it come here? There was a problem with the ship on its way from Caliboom to Aero Plateau. Let's say that he would inspect the ship himself. He told us to change its direction to Eloth. He should have said that before they loaded up with packages in Aerosmith. This just gives us more work. And you guys, take all the packages and sort them out. Will you be able to carry that? Aren't you going to use Hadi Kubera? I can hold this much without magic. Don't push yourself. No one cares how strong you are around here. Shoot, I should have focused on Bhavati Vayu when I was in school. Apparently you get chosen for the transport ship team right away as long as you're able to talk while using that spell. My brother says that spell is all he has, and yet he's on the transport team now. As long as you don't mind getting motion sickness, there's almost nothing hard about the job. Plus they pay you double. Hey, look at this. What's in here? The prepaid shipping cost is worth an entire month of my salary. What? A month's salary? Let me see. I want to see it too. Wow, sure going far. Terra. It even says that it's going from Misty Shore to Terra by teleportation. That's nuts. What the hell could be in here for someone to blow this much money on it? Hardly anything. It hardly weighs anything. It's expensive clothing or something? Or is it? Clasp. Something grabbed onto him. You shouldn't have told them to suddenly turn the ship around. Not. Oh, I just took it. What happened? Is you tell. Son, you don't have the scarf right now. You gotta find her the old-fashioned way. Not only do we have complaints from the employees, we're gonna have some serious compensation for the packages getting to Caliboom late. I had no choice. If I said that the ship is heading to Eloth for an inspection, they may have realized what was going on first. So in order to preserve the evidence, I had no choice but to change the direction while make it look like it was headed for Caliboom. Boom. Utah? He's choking the fuck out of him like, hey. Who the hell are you and where's Lee's? It's not gonna be an ongoing thing. Like he thinks she has a scarf, or he just come and hug somebody and is like, "Yo, who is this? Why are you hugging me? I get choked out." That's kind of funny. Oh shit. Go on. Tell me exactly where the remaining humans are now. It requires a lot of vigor to find names. You know that I'm not in very good health right now. I know, but still, since it's the final attack, shouldn't we be as thorough as possible? We didn't come this far for nothing. Well, if it's that hard, just check whether one of them is in Rent Hollow. Shout out to Sagara. It's not even that far away. Don't tell me you're going to whine even about that being too hard. All I have to do is tell you that, then I won't call on me and then you won't call on me anymore until the fight is finished. I won't call on you even if someone tells me to. You have your own job to do. There is definitely one person in Rin Hollow. The location is almost exactly the same time as it's the same as last time I checked. The person seems to be staying in the center of the city. Okay, then we'll attack Rin Hollow as planned. Just wait here at the moment that human dies. Do the thing that you've been preparing for. Sagara. What? Don't die. Of course I won't. Interesting. One Last God, Kubera, story now by Currygom, Part 2, Episode 136. Your justice in mind, too. Sorry for causing trouble. I was mistaken because my scarf had fallen into the wrong hands. The tablet converts his writing into voice. It's still under development, so the voice output is female. Oh, that's cool. On his is it Stephen Hawkins when he like presses the button and it's like, "Hello, I am here to talk about," So that's interesting. No, that's quite alright. I can see why you misunderstood the situation. It is more than enough that you managed to stop when you did. Sorry to interrupt, but do you have to speak with such formality, Lutz? Even your brother isn't this formal with him. Just speak casually, guys. I don't care about that kind of thing. Really? Then we can speak. I will continue to speak formally, as will I. He said. He said, I don't do slang, ebonics. I come with that flowery language. Oh yes, indubitably. Type B. Magician who is able to. Why does indubitably the first one that comes to mind when I think of like pompous people who speak like extremely flowery. Anyways, a magician who is able to use very deadly spells is a very dangerous being. It means a person with the power to kill dozens of hundreds of people in an instant with just a single word is living amongst the defenseless people of this city complex. Almost all damages can be reversed using recovery magic, but death is difficult to turn back. Before the Great Upheaval, there were some magicians who could, use Hadi Vishnu but it is an extremely advanced spell that came with a high cost. I won't do any less than this. If you don't like it, then find another magician. If you can accept the risk of their names being registered in the underworld while you're looking for another magician, that is. With all kinds of strange tales going around about the principles of that spell, there are some people who refuse in advance to let their time be turned back with that spell. I'll be honest with you. I don't really mess with resurrection or like time travel, like just like on a personal level. Like if someone was like, you had the ability to travel forward or backwards in time, I don't see myself doing it. I don't like messing with the time stream, and I wouldn't really want to be revived. If I'm gone, I'm gone. If you can elongate my lifespan, give me the immortality or something, go ahead and do that. But once I perish, dude. Don't give me back. Let me rest. Okay. With all kinds of things going around, blah blah. Have you heard the rumors? It would probably be better to have our names on the do not resurrect list. True, if the rumors are true. If the rumors are true, it would be better if we just die. Or without Hati Vishnu, death is not a matter to be taken lightly. Okay. So most important virtue for magicians since before the Great Upheaval now has been valuing human lives. Asha is someone who disregarded that basic virtue and committed murder. That's different for humans since it's natural for us to eat and be eaten. We don't place much value on life. So, you don't understand this human concept? No, I understand. There are many times where I'm jealous that they don't have to eat one another. In spite of committing murder like that, Asha's targets are very clear. She is not an indiscriminate murderer, so she is not an immediate threat to us. Her abilities are far too great, to get rid of with execution. Maybe not a peaceful situation, but with the city being threatened like this, she's a talented individual who is very difficult to give up. Yeah, he's really, really on his like utilitarianism gimmick. Save, sacrifice the few to save the many. The ends justify the means type beat. So it's like I said, I think I said this already before, but like if there was like a railing, or like you're on like a train, runaway train. Oh no! And it's like okay, there's 10 people this way, and there's like 2 ducks this way. You know, you probably steer it to the left to get to possibly hit the ducks, so you save the humans. So, and then we can eat some duck. That is why I figured no matter how this meeting turned out, they would not be able to actually execute her, and that is how it actually turned out. The goal of this meeting is not to execute Asha. Whatever happens, execution will be postponed, so no matter what's going on here, protect Tilda and Aloth. You need to be there when I can. But from Asha's perspective, whether she gets executed or imprisoned, it is clear that she will lose her freedom. So I was suspicious on why on earth she chose to go to Ariel Plateau. Why did you decide to reveal it now after hiding it all this time? I thought a lot about it, but it seems like a better way to go. Are you saying you decided to turn yourself in out of guilt? No, I wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing if I had any sense of guilt left. I got rid of that emotion a long time ago. Raw. She said she didn't turn herself in out of a sense of guilt, which means she has a reason that she can't run away by herself, or she has another plan. He puts this like almost Kryptonian crystal type thing inside of a machine. I do not think Asha is evil, but I also do not think she is a wholly good person either. I simply prepared a safety net since there was no telling what a high-ranking magician will do when backed into a corner. There was an unknown explosion in the transport ship. Now we can properly use it. Are you asking me to help you check this video? I was originally going to do this with Tilda, but since you are already here, I would appreciate if you would help me. There are 64 security cameras installed on the transport ship. This is a very wordy chapter, by the way. And I understand that she's like a writer, and I heard that this is already supposed to be originally supposed to be like a novel, but I fundamentally don't like wordy chapters in webtoons, manga, comics, graphic novels, whatever. But this is all very important information. But this is very wordy because I feel like I've been reading this for a long time, and I'm only 2 chapters in. To your justice in mind. So it will take a lot of time to check all of these, alright, but there's a way to make the videos play more quickly. This is to make the overall speed quickly. This is to make it slowly. This is supposed to pause the video. If you want to control a certain screen, you need to push the number at the same time. Beep, 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 beep. It looks like you're just watching one screen. You have to watch all 64 of them. Can you check it properly if you watch it that quickly? That person behind that woman, that's Claude, right? He passed by number 319, so I suggest you take a closer look. Claude, that bastard. Beep, 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 beep. He's scheming. There's Lise, there's Asha. Well, that's when he comes. That's when she comes. And she takes the scarf. So Claude was the cause of the explosion. Didn't you see him in the transport ship of the day before it left? You should have stopped him then. Phew. Still, he's a priest, so I figured it'd be okay. He may do a lot of very strange things, but I did not think he was this insane. Anyway, if you found the cause of the explosion, thanks to you. Could you please check to see if there are any other... Beep, 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 beep. Oh my god, what have you done to the memory? I just brought that here from the transport ship. That was our only evidence. Hold on, Tilda. He looks upset. Looks like you still haven't managed to take off that hide of bondage you're wearing. Shall I tell you a way to take it off right now? But I just tried to remodel it recently, so I cannot remodel it right now, even with the best materials. I'm not saying you should remodel the hide of bondage. I'm telling you, you should use it as material to remodel the scarf. Oh. Shit. Why though? What is the reason? What is the reason? Oh. Looks like we're really gonna dive into this whole Asha thing. I can't wait. I've been waiting for this for so long. Let's is very practical. Very pragmatic. And as much as that comes off as really cold-hearted and like evilish at times, I'm never mad at it. to be like, hey, this person is dangerous and they killed like 30 people. Yeah, but they're going to be very useful in this upcoming situation. So put off that execution. I understand. Let them, I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's a criminal, but it's like, we need them. So never really mad at characters that are extremely logical like that. But at first, I wasn't messing with him because I felt like he was ignoring the human emotion parts on his businessman type beat. But hey, he cool. Do you feel better now? Mirha. Sorry, I was so upset earlier. I shouldn't have taken my anger out on you, but I just had to vent my rage since I couldn't beat Asha and ask her about it. Sorry, I was harsh. It's okay. It wasn't harsh. That was barely a grumble, let alone harsh. Lise, I think you are like Rao, but I think you are like me when I was a child. Acting like I was fine when I was not. Pretending not to be sick even I was. Always smiling in an effort to keep even one more person by my side. It may even seem foolish, but right now I miss that time when I was so innocent since I cannot return to it. No matter how hard I try to smile, I can't smile like I did as a child. That all that's left is a forced, somewhat pretentious, shadowed smile. People change like that when they suffer a great betrayal. That's why I wanted to keep that smile of yours for a bit longer, Lise. I apologize if you're upset that I hid the truth. I didn't mean anything bad by it, really. Okay. Right, Lise. Should I contact Kaz for you? If I send a notice to the... No, don't contact him. Why? They already think I'm dead. They already have probably adapted to their situation by now. I don't really need to go back. Still, you don't want to see them? I thought you wouldn't have put your life on the line for revenge even though they were lying. I guess it's too late at this point. That's true. Or rather it was, but not now, Mirha. Since I don't have much time left to live anyway. If I go back to my friends, I'll just make them sad in a few years anyway. Dang, it's better this way, she said. At first I was like, what? But I guess now that you know because of Hadiyama, it's like, hey, I'm alive. And now I'm gone. In like 4 years type. Fuck. Despair. Oh, Zetsubo. I don't need this. One last god, Kubera, starting up at Currygom. Part 2, episode 137. This is mine, part 3. Hold on. Think it over again, Lise. I understand that you want revenge. I felt similar before, although it wasn't exactly the same. I was a survivor from the collapsed planet Cart, and everyone who was close to me died. Asha, who I didn't even have a chance to meet after entering school, was the closest person I had. Everyone I knew vanished into thin air. My dad was here in Willarv, but since we couldn't move between the planets after the great upheaval at the time, I didn't have a hope of seeing my dad. After losing everything so quickly and falling into the deepest pit. So, by the way, it was Asha, so I was totally right on that. No, I was right, but that was... Sometimes when she does there's like a bit of the colorless background for a flashback, it's a little bit hard for me to discern who's who sometimes, so... At first, all I could think was that I wanted to die. Then later, all I wanted to do was kill the bastard who drove me to the situation. I could have done it on my own. I would have probably torn him to death 100 times, Mirha. But Lise, this revenge in a high rank Sura, nothing else. Revenge, where we only have a slim chance of succeeding, even if we give our lives up, with a high chance of dying a meaningless death. However short your lifespan may be, it is much more valuable than revenge. Even if your lifespan runs out tomorrow when you die, it's more valuable to live even a little bit longer and smile than to throw away your life today. For the sake of those who have passed away before you and for your own sake. Fuck what she's talking about. Get your revenge. What the fuck is she talking about over there? But my responsibility is too great to just back down from it. Responsibility? Well... The attack of my village was because of me, right? Wait, what? Who said that? That's not true. The Suras who attacked are the bad ones. It wasn't your fault. Even if they attack again in the future, there's no need for you to take the responsibility for that. It's not like you chose your name either. Then, is it my dad's fault for naming me this? Mirha, you said you respect my dad, right? So did I when I was a child. How I survived, some. Those feelings didn't change even until I was in Cali Bloom. But now I'm not sure. Honestly, right now, I feel like I can't go on living if I don't take responsibility for this. I wish I had met Kaz a bit earlier before I came this far. Young Kaz and Lise. I knew that both of you would come looking for me. Saha! But I didn't think you would both show up together this late at night. Send me to Rin Hollow. Please stop her. One at a time. I'm not feeling very well right now. I heard the Suras around Rin Hollow are getting ready to attack. I want to help out and support the team there. I have 2 godly items. I can use Hadi Kubera and Bhavati Kubera won't be a burden. No, she's not ready for all that yet. She'll only get in the way if she goes. Well, if that's so, then what about all the fighters that got lower scores than me on the test of the sword? Well, those are kind of battles are mostly for magicians. Passing the test of the sword with top marks means you can't fault her as a fighter. Plus, she has 2 highly valuable godly items. I think she's more than qualified to help. But Sahashi, I know Lise is one of the people with the name Kubera. She was the only person on the transport ship without an ID. Normally, she should be protected instead of being sent to a danger zone. But unfortunately, Lise is the only one with this sort of return right now. In a battle against high-rank Suros with ridiculous regeneration powers, there's a difference between whether the owner of the sword of return participates or not. Plus, it's not like we can hand Lisa's sword to anyone else. So it would be good if Lise helped out even by throwing the sword from a distance and retrieving it. I could do that. I may not be good at transcendentals, but I practice that a lot. Good, Lise Hayaz. I appreciate you volunteering to offer support in Rin Hollow, where not even top rankers want to go. You're exactly the kind of person we need in this age. But there's no need for you to move to Rin Hollow, since you will end up there just by staying here. Teleporting the whole island? We're ready to move the city. Alright, we'll start. Oh, that's gangsta. Alright, then we'll start moving it now. Our destination is Rin Hollow. After the barriers come around the 2 cities are in the air of Rin Hollow, we will annihilate the Suras surrounding Rin Hollow. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Oh, shoot. Get there quickly. Infinite teleport. Chatayus. Yo, he looks clean, though. I can't tell if he's wearing the hide of bondage or it was modified to be like his scarf, but he looks dope. I'm fucking with it. I get so excited. I'm like a pilot. Sorry, I do this to wash it out a little bit because I don't want the smoothie to stick to the glass when I have to wash it later. All right, let's keep on keeping on, people. 240, swish. Here comes young Jatai. What's going on? Looks like the humans are up to something. It would probably be hard to find myself a sponsor, even if I went to a checkpoint right now. They say that gods can just pass right through barriers. I'm not sure if wearing this will make me seen as a god, but I'll have to try for now. If it doesn't work, I'll find another way. You're gonna rush in, all right. One Last God. Story and art by Currygom. Part 2, episode 138. You're dressed as a Mind 4. Did you manage to modify the scarf? By modifying a body part of a living creature, I've never seen or heard anything like that. It's such a thing, wow. Modifying magic sometimes works even on living creatures, Tilda. The Staff of Agni is part of Agni, the fire god. Yet it's been modified countless times so far. That's true. Well said. Dude, that's elite setup, man. This is a very small microcosm of all the things, but that's elite setup. Like, we had already seen this such a long time ago that questioning it now is not a point. And boom, here's the evidence. Here's the precedent. Like, come on, man. She's so good at writing. Stop playing with me, Currygom. What? That's because the staff actually is a godly item, but you describe it as not a godly item. Why do you think so? Because the hide of bondage was used to modify the material of the hide of bondage was used as material to modify that scarf. The godly item that notorious goddess was used was a mere modifying material. There cannot be a higher divinity than a primordial god. No item should be able to consume the hide of bondage as material. Never, unless the goddess Kali approves it. That kind of modification will never succeed. I thought it was a bit strange that you willingly use an item from someone else as modifying material. So you agreed because you figured it wouldn't work anyways, but it ended up working. I can only think of one possibility. The possibility that Yuta and Kali are blood relatives. I never heard of Kali having a son, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Since she's a goddess who vanished with several Nastika names left by Vishnu. If she took one of those names to become a Naskita herself and have a son, that son would have both a Rakshas and the characteristics of a god. It may sound like a wild hypothesis, but there's no explanation for me successfully modifying that scarf by using the bind of bondage as its modifying material. If that hypothesis is true, then isn't this a very dangerous situation? If he's the son of such a notorious goddess, there's a chance that he might misuse that modified item. Did he look like he would? No. Well, of course I think Yuta seems like a good guy. I've never seen a Sora like that in almost a century alive. Honestly, I feel kind of drawn to him. You're not someone who acts on feelings like that, Lutz. So I thought you wouldn't have trust Yuta unless you had a more concrete reason. Reason? There are plenty of reasons. First of all, Rand isn't afraid of Yuta at all. He's been very relaxed around him. Second, Agni has been silent in spite of knowing about Yuta's existence, and he's allowed him to enter a city. And third, that day in Kali Bloom, he left on his own without Lee's. Ultimately, it means he values the life of a single human more than his own instincts or desires. Even if it's only limited to Lee's, the fact that he makes such a choice is important. I get it, Kako. This nigga's smart. I got it. I get why you mess with him. He's legit. He's certified. I'm with you. That's true. There's no cure when a creature with a long lifespan falls for someone with a shorter lifespan. Are you speaking of from your experience? No, not my own. Anyways, as the priests pay attention to defending Eloth, we may be far away from where the sewers are gathering, but we still have one Kubera here. Don't you have anything else to say about what? Never mind. What's that paper, dog? The results of the most recent life search shows that there are 3 Kuberas left, one in Rin Hollow, Eloth, and here in Arrow Plateau. I'm keeping it a secret just in case, but I've already figured out who all 3 are. The Suras are targeting Rin Hollow since it has the weakest defenses out of the 3 cities. Most Rakshasas and Upani high rank Suras are concentrated around Rin Hollow right now. If the attack is as big as the one on the Terra, they should be able to stop it at Rin Hollow, but there are way more Suras around Rin Hollow right now than there were during the attack on the Terra. Ananas, Garudas, even Yakshas, Rin Hollow will be destroyed. We'll do something. So you're going to move Arrow Plateau to help Rin Hollow. That's right. Arrow Plateau is one of the floating cities. Is the only floating city out of the 6 cities that can move around. If another city moves through the air and overlaps with its barrier, both cities are much safer than they were separate. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. Since they can't always stay together, it causes problems, but this is the best option for at least a temporary defense. Okay, I like this. Heidi, the goat! This would endanger everyone, including the Kubera on Arrow Plateau. How can you go through with this without discussing it with other people? There's no time to ask for opinions. I'm not in a position to accept any opposing opinions. Have you thought about the Suras? Next target will be after the Kubera and Rin Hollow dies. In the face of a planet-level threat, thinking of our own safety and spreading out would only bring about our own demise. Okay. If we can't beat them, we'll be in danger no matter where we are anyways. If they launch a full-scale attack over there, we need to make it our goal to drive them away with our full force. What about those who can't fight? Shouldn't we evacuate them first? ID. We can't evaluate people like that from Arrow Plateau. It will take forever to evacuate the civilians with our few transport ships. It's unfortunate, but we'll have to take everyone here to help us with Rin Hollow. So you said everybody, man, woman, child, other, Sura, half, quarter. Hey, pick up your pitchforks. We go into battle. So I hope that you will each try to minimize civilian casualties as much as you can. This puts a lot of pressure on us. I knew it was strange the meeting place got suddenly changed to Arrow Plateau. Checking Asha's magic record was the only superficial reason, huh? The real reason was to increase support for Rin Hollow, since this is the best way to gather higher rankers who have a lot of times in their hands. Especially people like you. Claude, that's funny. I really did just pass right through. Being your son comes in handy sometimes, mother. But if I keep wearing this, I should be able to enter and leave cities like a god, right? But I don't need that kind of ability. This is just for Lise. Oh shit. Lise. Oh shit. What's she gonna say to him if she comes towards him though? Oh wait, so that means the code that I constantly see her in is like the bond of the hide of bondage, a bondage of hide mixed with the fucking fusion, with the scarf, right? In the future. Oh, that's so raw, man. That's so raw. Let's keep it going. What's going on? I haven't seen that since the Great Upheaval. Even though I've heard that it can move around when other cities in crisis, they stayed still during the terror attack and Caliban attack. Why did they suddenly move it this time? Is the situation that serious? Christ, I knew this would happen since I heard about the terror attack. The magicians would probably make decisions on their own and on their own, oppose and goes nuts, right? I don't even care whether it's a battlefield or whatever. Being inside the city sure beats being outside it. Even considering that we have been living in Aero Plateau because we like it here, where else could we possibly go and live in a house like we do here? Man, I wouldn't have lived like such a bum if I had any real magic talent or fighting abilities or whatever. Hey, then you probably get pushed into battle right away. It's whether it's because of a sense of responsibility or because people push you into it, you would obviously be in a dangerous situation. I'd rather just live without any kind of talent while getting protection. Everyone in the village is dead. Information about Lise Hayes. I'll tell you how to kill him. In a battle against high-rank Suras with ridiculous regeneration powers, there's a huge difference between the owner of the sword versus which or not. This is the flashback, so blah blah blah. Did Asha predict this kind of situation too? Am I acting according to Asha's plan even now? Then that would be funny. So funny that it would bring tears to my eyes. She's scaring me, guys. Yo, she's starting to... The darkness is seeping in. The rawness is coming. Jeez, forcing us to move to Rinhala why wasn't I told about this? Even after I did the life search for him, he tried so hard to help him and he keeps the most important thing from me. Ran. If I had known this would happen, it would have almost been better for you to stay in Misty Shore. What do you mean? It's better this way. They need recovery spells experts in the kind of battle. Is that so? Then why don't you just apply for Rinhala supporting to begin with? I thought you might worry. What? Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, Rana, what did you just mean by that just now? Oh, now she feels like, oh man, Ran was one of the people she could count on. It's not even like they can't take it that way. They have history. They go way back. I'm so hurt. Currygom. Starting over Currygom. Well, let's go to Kubera. 139. That's the man 5. Now you're just sitting there, watching, looking. Hey! yo, you son, Jatayu, son. I seen her with the towel over the titties. Like, yo, he's just over there blushing. You fucking creep. Get the hell out of there. Should I just take it to her when she's awake? No, they say Lise doesn't remember what happened that day. If she stops me and asks me why I'm leaving, I couldn't explain that. It's not like anything's going to happen to Lise right now, so there's no need to go and leave her with sadness. I'll just leave this to Lise secretly after she falls asleep and then leave. Open, close, ring. She's asleep. You got the hard eyes. You killing me, man. You killing me. He is killing me. Oof. It would be really dangerous if I stayed here and watched her more. It's unfortunate, but I have to go right now. I'm sorry I can't be by your side, but I will at least be able to text you like this when you're in danger. Hang in there, Lise. Yuta. I'm not dreaming, am I? Yuta, it's you, isn't it? What a relief, you're back. I've been waiting for you for so long. There's no way she would be happy to see me if she remembered what happened before. It looks like she remembers what happened in Calibu. Do you have any idea how worried I was when we disappeared without saying anything? Yuta, look at me. Why are you turned around? Don't leave me. like that anymore, okay? I'm sorry, Lise. No! No! Pain! Pain, boy, y'all are... You're piling on too much right at once. She just needs someone to talk to. Fam. Please, please, not like this. Not like these. That's strange. I tried to leave the city right away. But why don't I take me this far? He can't get out without it? Or someone stopped him. Slash. Some combat. Let's go. Who that? Lise? Swish. What? What are you doing attacking me? What the fuck? Is she being in control? What's going on? What the fuck is happening? Why are you... Oh, she just chased after him. Why are you leaving? You promised me. I will stay by your side until you tell me to go. You said you will stay by my side until I tell you to go. Don't go. Oh my god. My heart. My coco. Oh, my heart is pounded, son. Don't look at me like that. Don't look. I couldn't tell you no if you cried. Look at it like, oh my god. Why are y'all doing this to me? You guys are. Be still, my beating heart. Oh my lord. Please don't go, Yuta. To be continued. Holy shit, what's going on? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We're on 140, dog. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I love this shit, but I hate this shit, it hurts. You know, when you're sad about something that you can't tell other people about, it's so comforting just to have someone with who you can cry with. Am I that kind of person for you, Yuta? Nod. I see. That makes me happy. If you ever want to cry about something, come and see me anytime. Back then, I suddenly became curious. I often wonder who can Lise cry openly with. Can I become that person for her? If I say that these tears of hers bring me a little happiness, does that make me a bad person? No, you want to be relied on by the person you love, so that's okay. That's not. That makes you evil or something. Thump thump. No wait, what am I thinking right now? The reason Lisa's leaning on me is because she forgot the terrible thing that happened to her that day. But not remembering what happened doesn't make it go away. I have to leave for Lisa's sake. If I stay with her, it's gonna happen again. No, don't go, Yuta. I'm sorry, Lisa. I want to stay by your side, but if I do, are you worried that will happen again? Don't worry about Yuta. I'm really fine. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that because I know that she like. You ever heard the phrase like, never like do something when you're like hungry, tired, or angry because it's not like I don't know. I don't remember the fucking phrase, but she's just in so much pain right now. I almost feel like he's like I don't know if she. Look, I can't even speak. Look at me. I told you guys when romance gets involved, this is how I get giddy. Oh goodness. All right, I'm not sure how I should comfort you. First of all, Lee says something she doesn't remember that happened that day. Then I can't remember. I guess I fell asleep and waiting for Asha. Lise, wait up, Lise, don't go. What's this? So you do remember it. You do remember everything. Yet you chose, even with those paper marks. How can you right now, Lise? Why are you? Huff, huff. That was close. I was about to lose my mind again. Trickle. Ah! I'm sorry, Lise. Shoot, I'm gonna have to live recovery magic to shoot. Cover how difficult it is. I don't mind the pain. But if I faint again, Lise. No, if I close my eyes, I have to keep my eyes open. I've hold on to him. Yuta, don't go. You can't leave me. So what? She starts kissing, and then he just goes. Like, what's good with you, dog? Oh, PAIN, son. How do you feel after you're awake? Any pain? You have no idea how surprised I was when I ran carried you here covered in blood in the middle of the night. Why the heck would you do something like that when your adrenaline abilities have decreased because of the sort of the return? Plus, you don't even know how to use recovery magic. Thank you for reviving me, but Yuta, where's Yuta? We would not be very close, so I'm going to have to nag you a bit. I heard a bit about Ran, what kind of relationship you and the Rakasha named you to have, but this just isn't right. Even if he's friendly towards you, he can't control his instincts. You need to be able to avoid each other. That bracelet self regeneration quality doesn't work in Air Plateau, so you almost really got yourself killed. Do you really think no one would care if that happened? It doesn't look like that. Ran was worried and upset after seeing what happened to you yesterday. Damn it! Looks like she remembers that he almost ate her in Cali. What should I do? She approaches Yuta while wearing all of that. She must really be out of her mind. Crap! She's lost her way because she doesn't have anyone to turn to since Asha ended up like that. Should have looked after and taken more care of her. Ran is such a goat. He's such a goat, man. And it's so funny because him and his brother are goated for completely different reasons. They are not the same type of nigga, but fuck, man. Go. The Rakshasa. Yuta seems to have left you while Ran was really worried about you. Ran also cares for you a lot. I know that you must feel hopelessly lost now that Asha's in prison since you depend on her so much, but still, you can't be so careless with your own body for your sake and the people around you. Thank you for the advice, but I haven't hopelessly lost. Wait, I haven't felt hopelessly lost about Asha being in prison. That's not true, not at all. Do you know where Yuta went? No. All I know is that he disappeared as soon as he delivered you to Ran. I see. Well, I want to learn recovery magic. Could you teach me? You mean Hotni Asvins? That spell is so hard, even Ran gave up on learning it. The calculations are different from other spells. Even Ran almost failed at this spell, and he has no need to calculate when using magic. How dare you? How dare a mere book anger me? He's burning it. What's wrong with him? He's so funny, dude. He's top 5. He's top 5. He's top 5. Top 6. Top 6. He's top 6. Still, if I learn a bit, I can at least try to use it when I'm in danger. When I read a book about Bhavati Kubera, I looked up different books about how stuff like astronomy and physics, so gasp. Alright, I forgot to tell you. This, what you're wearing, you looked uncomfortable, so I took it off and pulled it aside, but whenever you get a bit far away from it, it just flies towards you and sticks to you. That's why I couldn't hang it up, so I folded it up and put it by the bedside. Apparently, it's Yuta's scarf modified with the hide of bondage as material. He must have come to give that to you. Yuta's squeeze. When I'm by her side, she is in pain. If I go away, she is in pain. If she has no choice but to be in pain either way, then I will try to do as she wishes. Oh, I hope that this choice will at least be slightly better for her. To be continued. She looks good in that though. She looks cool as fuck in that cloak. Right? She looks badass. You know she does. You know she looks cool. You know. Yuta. Bits. Grumble. I'm hungry. Come to think of it, when did I last eat something? But I don't really feel like going to look for something to eat. I used to put everything aside to eat whenever I was hungry before. Now I'm not even sure why I was like that. Cats would probably tease me and ask me if I'm gonna die if he saw me now. Knock knock. Who? It's a bunch of food. Hey, your justice in mind. Yuta's always nearby. What the? Someone stole tons of food from the kitchen. Fruits, crackers. I took almost all of the prepared food I can be eating right away. Even the meat is gone. Hey, for someone to have stolen from a temple, that's kind of impressive. Still, now that the Air Plateau arrived here, we can get food from them. Geez, sorry, Kasak. Looks like the kitchen has been robbed. You'll have to look for another kitchen. Forget it. Just get out. What? What are you going to do here? There's almost nothing left for you to eat. Hey, don't talk about the Kasak. Just hurry. Ah, okay. How long have you been here? I heard you left Cali Bloom. How long I've been here isn't really what matters, is it, Kasak? Crunch, crunch. It's really the important thing is whose side am I going to take in this battle? And whether we're friends or enemies right now. He's so raw when it needs to be. But he got his fucking B-showness, skinny ass, pretty boy, K-pop look. And I'm like, he talking cash. I'm here for it. I don't think I've really said much about Kasak, but hey, first of all, dragons are raw. Shout out to Kaido, but I like him. I like my dude. Earrings on, earrings off, it don't matter. He's raw. Did I change the number? Oh shit. I went on one. Oh yeah, the 141. Okay. We're neither friends nor enemies. We could also be both. That's bars. That's fucking bars. This can't be. Asha, ever since she was a student, she never seemed to care at all. She's about the rights for half. Still, this is over the top. How can a person have done something like this, even if they had a shred of compassion? Is that a new official letter? Jump. What is it? Why are you hiding it? Isn't it an official letter for the temple? Well, it's just Flutter. A deposit statement is. So it was personally addressed to you. That's right. It's for me. Part of it's officials, but since Agni insisted, make sure Brother doesn't find out about Asha's trial. Brother will never forgive actions like that with her values. The moment she finds out, she will totally be drained of vigor. On top of that, she would only lose the thing that she kept going when she was in a life or death crisis. If the situation were more stable, I will at least tell her and try to help her recover her peace of mind. But being in a situation where a fight could break out any day, we need to hide it from Brilith, since I get weaker when Brilith is unstable. Why would they send such a large sum of money from Rin Hollow? They're sending daily. They're daily sending of the kind of money that most citizens would never dream of earning their entire lives. My father's a mercenary there right now. I see. So Kasak's earnings, but seeing how he's purposely gone to such a dangerous area just to send his daughter some money, he may not say it out loud, but it looks like he cares about you a lot. Miss Priestess, big news. Arrow Plateau has moved to Rin Hollow. They took all the magicians who were at the Grand Conference with them. Looks like they're going to fight with some Suras at Rin Hollow. What? What? How could they do something significant without telling us beforehand? I did get documents about this, asking whether they're the best option. What the fuck is wrong with me? The best option, whether or not they should stop. And you let them because you decided that was the best option. Yeah, the best option. Well, the best option is that the humans have. Will the damage be serious? I heard Suras around Rin Hollow are ridiculously powerful. Are you worried about Rin Hollow or about Kasak, who's in Rin Hollow? You probably won't be able to help as you did in the previous attacks, will you, Agni? Sorry, I'm just reading the paper. I won't. I can't leave Atera. I used to be able to leave, but not anymore. I can't get too far from Brilith. Then why don't we go together? As long as we're sure Atera isn't an attack target for the Suras, wouldn't it be better for you to go and help them and to stay here and protect Atera? If not being able to be far away from me is the problem, you could just take me with you. That's right, I can handle Atera's barrier. That would make you a target, Brilith. Since it would be easier to catch you than to face me, the enemies will go after you. You may experience something even more terrible than the last attack on Atera. Still, we can't just stand by and watch. There's a huge difference whether you help out or not. How can I back out when all the other magicians are getting involved? There are a lot of human things who say that kind of thing on the outside, but on the inside, most of them worry about their own safety and calculate everything selfishly. Could it be that he's worried I will get in the way? It's still better than not going at all, though. That idiot Smith, he could save so many people. His public image would only get worse if he stayed here right now. That everyone knows about him getting summoned. Think about your reputation, you silly god. Jeez, chuckle. Alright then. If that's what you want, priestess, then let's go to Rin Hollow together. I like that. I like that. Give me more of it. More Brilith. More Agni. More. Motto. Sorry, some out the window was waving at me. My head's kind of peeking up a little bit, so if you're falling on the other side of the sidewalk and you look directly, you can kind of see me. So, wow, this is incredible. I heard Arrow Plateau itself came to help us out. There are a lot of high-ranking magicians too. I heard that even Claude came. Wow, awesome! The Temple of Death is finally operating normally. It looks like we can finally relax a bit. Oh shit, Simpanti, Maruna. Oh, Maruna, I love that name. Looks like preparations are taking longer because his condition has worsened. This is just buying time for the humans. Have you ever broken that city's barrier? How strong is it? I haven't broken this one, but when a human was in charge of Ontario's barrier, it broke with just with one hit of my Sunshine of Dawn. Excuse me. But the problem is that it gets restored right away if there's a priest waiting near the barrier stone. Ontario only has one barrier, so while it was broken for a second, Sagara went and kidnapped the priestess. But even that would be tough if the barrier has several layers. The first barrier would be restored before you can break through all of them. So could I ideally, if it's like a three-pronged layered barrier, and we break it, boom, and then I go through whoop before it reforms. I get through one, then you break another one, boom, and I go quick. Could I slowly go through them? No, I'd probably try that shit, and then probably my dumb ass would get stuck between the second and third barrier. There's the last one. Here's one behind me. There's the first one, and my dumb ass is stuck in between there, just floating around. Damn it. I haven't tried it, but I can break up to 2 layers since I was obviously planning on breaking both layers myself before you got here. But now there are 4 layers. 4, nigga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, now there are 4 layers. Looks like I'll have to do it. But you don't have a transcendental as powerful as the Sunshine of Dawn in the human form, do you? And if you're in a sewer form, the turrets, I can take hits from the turrets with no problem. Okay. I still never seen St. Panty's complete sewer form. Since 5th stage Rakshasas look half human even in their sewer form. That's interesting. Did I know that? Was that stated before? I could only assume her Sura form would probably look a lot like mine. Okay. I mean, right here. Well, but I don't know if that counts because her legs are monstrous, if you will. So I don't know. Story Art by Currygom, Part 2, Episode 142, New Justice of Mind 8. Right now, they're kind of fish stage Raksha from the Garudas over there. Although you probably didn't notice, since they're hiding their power. We wouldn't have enough at this rate. Even if combining 2 cities and having help from you and the magicians, we can't win. There's no chance. We'll be mercilessly destroyed. It's kind of crazy. You may be a half-dragon who can use the fish stage Rakshasa powers, but the problem is that your true form is human. Plus you're young. There's also the vigor issue. And you're really lacking in combat experience. It's especially clear that she will be able to use the unique transcendentals of a 5th stage Rakshasa better than you. So if we won't be able to do anything if she starts firing transcendentals like crazy. Do you understand why I'm telling you all this? It sounds like you're suggesting that you'd block the transcendental and then we team up to beat them up. But aren't the half Garudas the same clan as you? I'm not sure how to accept a suggestion of working together to destroy your own people. They may be from the same clan as me, but I have no way of beating them on my own without them trying to kill me. Actually, there's no guarantee that we'll win if I do team up with you, Kasak. I've even thought about running away. But running away just seems... Wait a minute, Kasak. He jumps. You didn't leave all of this here, Ran. That's strange. Then who did? I heard somebody knock, so there must have been it for me to eat. You should have told me when you were hungry. I would have brought you along with Rana to the restaurant. What? Together? Bah! You don't really understand girls. Aren't you being a bit too inattentive considering you haven't seen her in months? Focus on her and take good care of her. You should go to her, not me. When you have free time like right now. What are you talking about? Does she think we're in a relationship because I said that thing about being taken before? That's probably how I feel. Rana's probably not very interested in me. All the self-doubt everyone's like, hold on, the road is muddy. You'll ruin your shoes if you... it's okay, Ram. Someone made stepping stones on the path here. I'm not sure who did it, but they must be a great person. That is so adorable. Oh my god. It's creepy as hell to some degree, but it's so adorable. Look at him just holding the little rock, and Kasaka's just like, nigga. What are you doing? You're on your knees. Where is your pride? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This shit is funny, by the way. Like, I gotta give Currygom props. Like Kubera. One thing about it you can never take away is that Ed legitimately be busting out laughter, like gut busting, like ab workout laughs. Like I be keying. That's funny, dude. Like, oh my god, that's so fucking hilarious to me. Every time she wears that mask, I get so fucking. It's so fucking funny. Something suspicious here. You took away the barrier too quickly, considering how hard you resisted coming here. I wouldn't say suspicious. I have to do my job with a situation like this. So you finally got your head screwed on straight. Then I'm relieved. But Lila, you said that's not your real name, right? That's right. I forgot my real name when I was very young. Cover your face and forget the name you used so far. Doesn't exchange your fate. Then call for me. Since you can only get an ID card with a real name, I have to get people to vouch for me wherever I go. It was a real pain when I obtained my magic license, which allowed me to pass 2 checkpoints. I see, it must have been tough. She's lying about forgetting her name. I think she covers her face on purpose in case she meets someone who knows her real name. Why are you suddenly bringing... Is her name Thing? Why are you suddenly bringing that up? Just crossed my mind out of the blue. Wasn't sure if you said whether it was your real name or not. Just make sure you manage the barrier properly. I'm going back to my business. Alright, don't worry. I think I know why she couldn't kill her yet. She couldn't just get rid of someone as powerful as her with such prestige and fame. But the situation is different now. In the final arena where there's no need to think about consequences, Asha and Rahiro, you've been granted conditional release. So her name is Kubera. Sorry. That's Asha. Why are you smiling like that? Why she look like that? Why she smile like that, yo? We will see. We will see. Let me change the number real quick. Nothing but stress in my life. All Kubera gives me stress. There's Asha stepping out. You must have found it strange when there was no one around when you went inside, but I can't just walk right into the field of vision of a murderer who killed dozens of people. Is that why you're talking to me outside from my field of vision? You're more of a coward than I thought. There's no way of telling what a murderer might do when backed into a corner, and I'm sure you especially dislike me since there's almost no one to stop you once you kill me. Thank you for holding me in such high regard. Why did you decide to let me out on a parole? These are your records of using Hotni Vishnu I pulled up prior to the Grand Magician's Conference. I didn't release at the conference, but there was something strange about the most recent records. After using Hotni Vishnu more than 1,000 times recently, you've hardly used it at all. Starting from the most recent records, the last time you used it was to revive Tio. And before that, you used it once you passed the checkpoint in Kali Boom, but before that, you used it 8 times in the waterways. Then there's a blank period of 3 years, and the final time you used it was before then in N12. This is the same time you went missing for 3 years. Let me ask you, Asha and Rahiro, where and what were you doing during those 3 years exactly? Were you hiding without passing through the checkpoints in any city or using magic? If you don't answer, then I'll tell you. For 3 years, you didn't exist here. It's getting spicy. Number 9. Come to think of it, even though a well-known person like you had disappeared, no one even tried to find you for 3 years, and no one really took this seriously. I was the same when I think about it. Now, I wonder if this was all a penalty for Hati Vishnu. With Vishnu currently having gone missing, there's no way you can use that unfathomable Hotni Vishnu spell without a kind of penalty. You lost your existence for 3 years as a price for using Hotni Vishnu 1,000 times. And because of that, not only did you vanish for 3 years, but even the people who knew about you started to forget about you. And Maybe that was what you actually intended. You think I lost my existence for 3 years, or intended to lose my existence for 3 years? That's right, Asha, Rahiro. The executioner you used Hadiyama on at the time of the trial told me he saw how much life you had left. Your remaining lifespan was supposed to end in. So to get to the year that she needed, yo, she is the goal. Stop playing with me. You use your remaining lifespan that was supposed to end in N13, but you already lived past the day in which you were supposed to die. A person who was supposed to die in N13 managed to live until N16 before she disappeared for 2 years while practicing magic with thousands of hot new Vishnus. You improved your magic abilities and extended your lifespan by 3 years. After you managed to extend your lifespan like that, you refrained from using the spell so you wouldn't be penalized anymore. Very plausible. If I'm wrong, then explain your side to me of the story. No, you're right. Surprisingly so. With the highest authority on this planet, advanced magical abilities, outstanding intelligence, a naturally strong lifespan as a quarter, and a sense of justice which is affected by people. You are a perfect, natural-born hero. Sasha on. Plus, if it's true that you've even received an oracle, then I really stand no chance against you. I wouldn't lie about receiving an oracle. That would be blasphemy. Oh, I completely forgot that you're not a heretic at all. You're someone who serves the God with your whole heart. So you must be especially sensitive when it comes to blasphemy. Anyway, so what is it that you want from me showing me these hot Vishnu records? I'm sure you wouldn't have carelessly used a spell that could cause your own existence to vanish. You know how many times you have to use hot Vishnu before you disappear, don't you? I do. But it must be that you can't use it 1,000 times as you did before, or else there's no way you would refrain from using hot Vishnu like now. Yeah, that's also correct. Now, even if I use hot Vishnu just a few more times, I would vanish like 3 years ago. Do you know how many more times you need to use it in order to disappear? I can't tell you that. Anyway, this could mean you could avoid a situation that's dealt to you by using hot Vishnu in such a critical moment and vanishing. Yes, I guess so. Well then, your role in this war will be very limited. Under different circumstances, I thought about letting you handle the barrier, but I can't leave the barrier in the hands of someone who could disappear like that. From now on, you will be in a position where you fight directly against the Suras, but you'll be unable to harm the humans in any way. So you're telling me to fight outside the city. That's right. While you're waiting on that room, you will get the order to leave through the door at the opposite end where you came in. You are now going to be sent to a battle amongst the Suras without having to contact anyone. You can either repent for your crimes at least a little bit by dealing as much damage to Suras as you can, or you can fight a little bit, then run away with no repentance as you all. Do as you wish. However, if I get the slightest hit that you have with the Suras or working with them, I will use Bhavati Surya and kill you. Very well, then I will wait here until I get the order. That was so intense. That was an intense ass fucking conversation. I rate Saha. He's fucking raw. He look girly though. Pretty boy swag. Hey, pretty boy swag. Hey, hold on, mirror. Forget it. I don't have to. Sorry. Just stay still. I went to the trouble of preparing all this for you. You rejected my sincerity. Well done. You both roused daughter with those good looks. You just weren't taking advantage of them. Please, you've been hiding yourself too much, although that would largely be due to being trapped by Asha. But since you decided to show your existence and fight, I think you need to show them yourself at your best. Because if this all goes well, you can become a hero just as great as Ra. Oh, look how pretty she looks. Even prettier than usual. Ah! look at Yuta. What just happened? She spread something on Lisa's face and her only flaw disappeared? He thought that current Lee's was objectively not pretty? Oh no, this is driving me nuts. I don't get it. This is torture. Not being able to get any closer. So wait, he thought she wasn't physically attractive? No, I don't believe that. Crash, smack. What was that noise? He nut. Oh my goodness. Yo, that conversation with Asha and Saha though? That was intense. I couldn't believe that shit. She actually lived longer than she was supposed to by abusing a time-related spell to get her existence the F out of here. Do you guys see, like, she's on another level. She's just... That's a goat. That's just a goat top. Doesn't it look like someone fell from atop that tree and ran away? First, making figurines and bromide, now sneaking into the temple to the exhaustion. Also, I want to stock up priestess, even on a time like this. Anyways, we're all ready, so let's go, Lise. We'll have to go and greet everyone, but we'll need to decide on what you're going to do and where you'll be. Okay, 1 second. Scribble, scribble, scribble. How did she get so pretty? Should I take a peek now that they've gone out? This putting it on your face makes you prettier? So wait, so I guess he just really liked her for like the fact that she didn't judge him and things of that nature, but like he actually objectively didn't think that she was like truly physically attractive, at least in the face. So I think like, maybe the body was fine to him, but just like in terms of like her face with the makeup, he said her only flaw disappeared. First of all, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. But yeah, that's crazy though. Does that mean Lise has this kind of stuff on her face right now? Sniff, sniff. It doesn't smell very good. He licks it. What a new product, tattoo tint, peppermint from Sabitri. Contains 20 types of herbal extracts. I don't care if she's not pretty. I'll prefer that she doesn't use this. Now maybe it's better to put this kind of stuff on for Lisa's safety so you won't taste good. What's this doodle? It's you. There you go. You sniffed the fucking drug. Ah! Creepy ass dude, man. Why you be creepy, dude? Lise, do you like having makeup on? You look so happy since then. Yeah. 144, number part 10. Have you seen Lise? Priestess Mirha took her out before. She said they had to prepare something before introducing her to people. Did I change this thing? Okay, I did. 144. We good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No more move. Priestess Mirror took her out. She said do something for introducing the people. First Saha and now her. I wish everyone would take it easy with her. All I see is them trying too hard to force a naive girl into battle. Lise is the kind of person who doesn't take proper care of herself, so in a situation like this, she could end up dying after getting used. Ran, yeah? We haven't seen each other in a month, and that's all you have to talk about? Yikes. Will you be okay? You haven't looked good since the conference, so I'm not sure about you handling the Sky Tower still. This is the most powerful turret on the Arrow Plateau, and operating the tower is what I do best. That's true. Even when you're not feeling well, there's no one who can handle the turret better than you. But moving the Arrow Plateau looks like there's a lot of complaints about it behind the scenes. Have you thought about telling the people that this is what Agni told you to do? Then they wouldn't complain? No. Ooh. Agni was playing 3D chess over there? Behind the scenes? This would be better to show humans deciding and acting among themselves rather than being controlled by a god. That's the kind of world that Surya wanted after all, and Agni didn't necessarily want his words to be exaggerated either. It's such a relief that someone like you is the leader of Will over a time like this. It's all thanks to you that the planet has managed to remain this stable ever since the great upheaval. In a world where gods have disappeared, chaos would break out if there isn't at least one powerful person. It's fortunate that someone as righteous as you happens to be. Stop sucking his dick. Calm down over there. Righteous. No, I know very well who helped Asha, and yet I can't interrogate them because of personal feelings. If you mean Lorraine, I agree that it's unfortunate. It's not surprising. She was Asha's teacher, and she always had Asha on Asha's side. When she got a name request, she would comply without really suspecting Asha's motives. She would only have found out later that her search results were used for murder. She probably wanted to deny it at first when she tried to defend Asha, but I'm sure she regrets that now. Everything's become so clear. She isn't the kind of person to act as an accomplice in murder. Yeah, you're probably right. Lorraine would never have cooperated if she had known, right? She probably regrets it now, and it's reflecting on her actions. It's cap. Hati Bavama Bati Bama. Shoo. Clink. I came to save you, Asha. Let's get out of here quickly. We could both die while trying to escape, though. You know what kind of casting range Saha has? I was prepared for that. It cost me 10,000 gold just to get the material, but to make it was my life's masterpiece. It's a cake made of yaksha fur, super elite nastica with the attributes of light. I'm sure you know what that effects that fur would have. It would be able to block Sasha's light spells. That's right. It may not stop spells within his vision of direct, but at least he won't be able to attack you from a distance with spells fused by Hadisura. If you wear this item, as long as he himself cannot find you with his own eyes, it'll prevent you from being hit by his magic. Thank you, Lorraine. I didn't think you would do such a thing for me, since with you being engaged to Saha. That's because I don't believe that I made the wrong choice. Asha, you're not evil. There must be something you can't tell people about. You just assumed this role for a good purpose, right? Yes, Lorraine. You have definitely made the right choice. That's looking kind of menacing over there. Let us continue. I shall change this, I think, to 145 now. Resume. Whoosh. You're remarkable, Brilith. A regular person would have been burned to a pile of ashes. Was that skill really dangerous? No, it's probably not dangerous to you. It just feels like slightly warm fire to people with absolute faith in me. I see. Absolute. No. Absolute. No. But I think I'm probably not. No, believing in God is a basic requirement of my priestess. I just faithfully do my duty as a priestess. But you find it funny. Sorry. Anyway, now that we've arrived at our destination, let's move somewhere safe now. I have a place in mind. One Last God, Kubera. Story and art by Currygom. Part 2, Episode 145, Your Justice in Mind 11. I came to attend the meeting, and now what's this? Forcing us to move to Rindhollow? But honestly, we were kind of hiding even though we could help them. We can't really say anything about this. Still, shouldn't we be fine since we have a 4-layered barrier plus Kasak? This barrier could even be safer than other cities. The priests told us to gather here, and now I don't see a single one of them. How much longer are we supposed to wait? Something to tell you? If you mean you want to tell me about everything that's happened so far after I broke through the waterway? That's right. What's on earth's been happening? What's the story with that girl, that Lee's girl, and why are you looking after her so much? Couldn't you have told me all of this before I had to ask you? Well, the situation didn't really allow me enough time to give you a long-winded explanation. Plus, as soon as I met you, there was a Grand Magician's Conference. You left in the middle of the conference, to be precise. Without a single word of explanation, you just left and said that you have to find Lee's. Oh my god, I have to find Lee? Oh shit, he did do that. I told you about that later. Since Lee's had already seen her maximum lifespan while under the Hatiyama spell, I thought she would be shocked if she found out what that meant. But you took Lee's with you when you went to see Asha, who was really under Hatiyama. That's because Sasha told Lee's about the effects of the spell before I found her. Plus, he told me to take Lee's to attend the execution together. You didn't ask me to go with you. You asked me to go with you. Well, you've always liked Asha. I didn't think you would really want to see Asha's execution. Being with Lee's all day, only coming to see him in the afternoon, all you wanted was to ask me to restore the railing, the sky tower that Lee's broke. Jeez, I can't believe this. Rhino, you're acting strange today. Seeing everything such a skewed perspective. Skewed me? That's right, skewed. You just happen to be the person who performs restoration magic, and that's why I asked you. After the restoration, I even treated you to a fancy dinner. That's right. Then after dinner, you bought some shoes for Lee's. I bought them because I was out buying clothes anyways. What's wrong with buying her shoes? Having a lover's quarrel like this? You have no sense of vigilance. A lover's quarrel? No, they're just friends. There's no way friends would fight over stuff like that. What's wrong about that? Then what about you? Did you care about another man's shoes for another man? You can buy someone shoes if they need them. What? I'm not really sure why you're raising your voice like this, but is it really so important? Is it so important that you have to keep me here and argue with me about it? Right? Are you really that stupid? You have no idea why I'm saying this? Oh, even I was never that oblivious, and I was blind. You might as well have just like done anything but straight up told me you liked me, and I'd be like, I didn't know. Oh yeah, brother. Psh, dense. You're irritated that I've been asking you for favors since Lee's first got here. I won't do it anymore. I can ask someone else. If I had known you were so irritated this, but hey, Ran Rofi, you stupid moron. For someone who's quick to pick up on things, you miss the most important thing when it's right in front of you. Ha, is this really how you should be acting when we could end up dying in a war soon? Fine, go ahead not knowing until you die, you fool. Aline, why on earth do I struggle so much to ensure a guy like that would graduate? It's an item that stops aging. It doesn't affect your lifespan, but at least it will allow you to not look older than Rand. Why don't you use this yourself? I used it when I was younger, but I can't let my husband grow old alone. Juan and I are both pure blood humans. We both age at the same speed. Having an item like this wouldn't do me any good. Yeah, a kid like you needs it, Aline. But I wanted to give it to you. Come here after you make Rand graduate and you are officially engaged. Oh wow, then I'll give you this. You were wrong, Elaine. What engagement? This is all my fault. No matter how badly I wanted for Ryan to graduate, I should have advised him to break into the waterways. I should have made time to go with them. Why didn't I pay attention to that Leeds girl? Why did I think it would be fine as long as he wasn't with Asha? Young Leeds would have been a better choice than Asha for Rand since he ages slowly. I should have thought a possibility of Rand falling for Leeds. Even if he breaks through the waterways and graduates like this, if Rand leaves me, then it's all pointless. And he's gonna come and give her that behind the shoulder hug. Hey, if I've got it wrong, then I'll go right away. Rana, do you like me? No, I love you. Oh! Bada boo! Bada. No, I love you. For 18 years, my eyes were only on you. To be continued. Yes, sir. That's what I like to see. That's what I'm talking about, people. This is what I'm here for. This is what gets me up in the morning. This is what keeps me going every day. This is what motivates me. You love to see it. You love to see it. 3 years earlier at Misty Shore University, Rand, will he be able to graduate this semester? No, I failed the stupid intermediate topology exam again. Damn it, this professor is so stingy with grading. Are all topology professors like that? Sorry, hold on. Oh yeah, much that Jigaba. What the hell was that? I mean, I think university student. 3 years earlier, he was a quarter, 34 years old, but he looks like he's 17. You rose all the way to the graduating class so quickly, now you're stuck on intermediate topology. What if you end up having to register for 8 semesters of the graduating class alone? Same university as Rand, but already graduated 3 years. He was a quarter, 30 years old, but he looks like he's 15. Are you guys trying to curse me or something? Hey, I may not be good at writing tests, but there's no way I'll fail for 8 semesters. Rand. It's vacation now, so we're starting a light time tomorrow. Light time is 10 a.m. You're dummy if you skip it. Alright, Professor. Why are you staring at light time? Starting like that private tutoring. She used to help me with subjects I'm not good at, but with intermediate topology, I seriously don't get it even after listening to her explanation. An active professor is tutoring you? Hey, isn't that illegal? She won't get caught since she's not making money for it. Plus, Rana isn't even in charge of topology. What? Hold on. So she's teaching you for free? Why? I'm not sure. Maybe she feels sorry because I've graduated. Are you sure she's not interested in you? God, of course not. There's no way a smart, pretty girl like Rana would like me. It would be so awkward if she liked. Wouldn't it be awkward if she liked my bro? That's true. To be honest, you can't compete with Lutz. You didn't even give me a chance, cuz. You ain't... Be your own niggas, man. Be your own. Still, if you're interested in her, would it be better to at least give it a shot and get dumped? What if some other guy takes her in the meantime? Rana's supposed to be a top prospective bride amongst matchmakers nowadays. First place and 7, good reputation, recovery, yada yada. She's a pure blood. She gets older twice as quickly as I do. After 30 years, Rana will become an old lady, but I'll still look young. What's up with him? I'm just telling him to date her for a bit. Now he's talking about 38. Yeah, he's like, hey, I was talking about, get a little something to get out of there. Based on the way that you talk about your long-term future, it seems you like her so much that you're thinking about marriage. If you really love someone, you need to be able to love them even when they look old, man. I don't mind that. What I do mind is that she might feel alienated. I hope she just meets her kind who will age the same age as her and lives without too much trouble. Brand, man. This means that you better stay away from her. No quarters. That's the whole reason why I've abandoned my feelings for her. Hey, don't worry about that. She may be pretty, but she's not my style. I'm not interested. Uninterested in this? Did you just diss Rana? Hey, what do you want me to say? You can't win. That's one of those lose ones. It's like when someone could be like, hey, oh, look, your brother is hot, or like your sister is hot. It's like, what the fuck did you just say? Oh, I mean, I'm not really into them like that though. You just call them ugly? Like, you can't win that way. It's lose both ways. All right, your justice in mine 12. You hugging her? Well, will you say anything? Shouldn't you say something back to me? What should I do? I'm not supposed to like you. You jerk, headbutt. What's wrong with you? If you're not supposed to like me, then you shouldn't have held me like that and asked me that. Making someone confess their feelings for you when they were turning away to try to save their pride, then rejected them. Are you satisfied? I really have no pride left. Fine. If this is going to be honest, I'll tell you everything. Since you've been talking, leads. What is it you said before? You don't care for giving them a gift. Did you mean it? Huh? Shall I start talking about other men to you too? Every time I see you with... I will be talking about other guys, worrying about them, giving them presents. Wait, what I said before was wrong. Don't do this. Why? And why is it okay for you to take care of other women? I can't do the same with other men. Lise isn't so much just another woman, just a younger sister. Is that so? Then I'll treat other guys like my older brother. Yo, why is she Rana? Yo, she's feisty though. I like that. You didn't seem to like it, so I didn't bother. But now I'll start getting Lute's birthday presents again. You don't mind, right? No. If Lute gets interested in Rana, then I'm screwed. I have no choice but to tell you this, Rana. Let me hear for a second. What? She's his daughter? Sorry I didn't tell you this before. It seems like Lee doesn't want to tell people herself, so I figured I didn't have a right to tell around telling people. Anyways, I don't treat Lee's because I see her as my woman. You've got me all wrong, Rana. You're the only person I really see as a woman. Why are you suddenly saying that? Of course, I'm the only one who sees a woman. Why are you not supposed to like me? Well, I thought you might feel alienated if I'm still young while you're older. What's wrong? I thought you wouldn't like seeing me get older than you. What? Why would I dislike something like that? Normally, I have no choice but to think like that, but you're the one who didn't confess to me for 18 years, even though you showed your interest towards me so many times. Hey, isn't that Rana? That's why I decided to get an anti-aging item from Elaine. Remember, I told you as soon as I got here. Wait, isn't that just nonsense? You said because of jet lag? No, it's not. This is real. She told me that she will give it to me after you graduate. They just spelled graduate wrong here. There's the first A just not there. It's just GRDUATE. Line translations, man. Always count them to be submit. And we get engaged. He also wanted this to be a secret till graduation. Ryan, do you know I've been turning down countless offers and blind dates and arranged dates? Why do you think I would do that? Phew. Well, I already lost all my silly pride before I knew it, so I'll say this too. Ryan, when this fight is over, will you marry me? Hey, come on. You should have answered it by now. I've been waiting for 18 years to propose and not to be the one to do it. Don't you think this is way too much? Sorry, just having trouble processing this right now. So now that your only reason for worrying has held back in this period held back. Well, anyway, Ryan, all I want you to answer, okay? Jeez, poor Ryan. Now she's got rid of all of her pride. She has anxiety. Clicking to him like that won't help. She won't. She doesn't mind all of these people around her. Rude her? Hey, Ryan, give her an answer. Are you sure he has a face because he's so happy? Everyone's going to know what you like, Ryan. I can't stand this. They're so out of reality. They would be probably playing husband and wife if they ran out of transcendental energy and the whole place was erased. Come on. Go easy on them. They're young. Plus, right now we have a 4-letter barrier, turret, Kasak. Almost all the best position on the planet are gathered here. We can't prepare for another attack any better than now. Creating any more anxiety and fear here will only make people lose energy. Still, I just have a good feeling about this. It doesn't seem like a good time to be so relaxed and casual. Fair enough. Hati Maru. Oh shit. New drip. Yeah. New drip. Okay. It's Asha. Let's get it. That's Bay. Ooh. Moving around with that thing on my head. I think I'm Goku. I keep me a stick. Hati Maru. Shh. What happened to your hair? If you want to cut it, you could have just told me since it's a dangerous spell to use like that. It's my way of strengthening my resolve since there's a war coming soon. Using offensive spells so dangerous that they could make me a target makes me ask myself whether I should really go on living like this. If I didn't really want a life like this, if I really wanted to stop all of this and live comfortable, then I probably would have made an unconscious mistake in my calculation to cut my own throat. Asha, what are you talking about? You don't need to be so careless with your own life just because you achieved a death sentence. It's not because of the death sentence, Lorraine. I've been cutting my hair like this for a very long time. I aged for a very long time. I'm gonna get my revenge. I can do it. If I can't, I'll even make it work. It's not just a matter of the method. Is in the end, I will be the victor. So maybe this is an ode to myself on the day I cut my hair. I still haven't betrayed you. You were right then, you're still right now. You don't need to feel guilty. So, Kubera, One Last God, story numbered by Currygom, part 2, episode 147. Your justice is mine, 13. Answer her, Ryan. What are you doing? We're back here. Sorry, I'm now. They got me thinking now because that was interesting, and now my mind is racing. I need a second to process this, but no. We read on. Those guys, I can't stay here. Let's go somewhere else, Ryan. What? If you can hug me for all these people, then you can give me your answer here. Hey, Ryan, where are you going? He must be too shy to give his answer here. That's right. His answer must be something that can't be expressed in words. Hey! Man, it's only taken him 37 years to stop being a bachelor. And phew, I knew I should have known. I don't see a single hottie. Rouge, how can he be scanning a crowd like this for hot guys, situation like this? When we're at war, making my eyes happy at least helps me recharge my energy. Since when have you two been on such friendly terms? Well, since we saw each other in so much in Ontario, we naturally became closer. Plus, I look way younger than my age. He doesn't act like an older sister. Hey, Rouge, you're not fighting. Least teleportation and recovery spells are essential for someone like you who's in charge of such an important power in this fight. But since you can't use those spells right now, I can't stay by your side since I'm a priestess, so instead I'd like to introduce someone who will help you. Now, Rouge Saranis, she's the head of the Terra Magic Guild. Hey, long time no see. Looks like you dropped that country look you got. Looking for cosmopolitan. This is Ira Yuri, she's a guest. Lecturer at the Terra Academy, she often changes jobs. She used to be a Kubera magic expert, but now she's converted to a Mokavi magician. For a while, since she can't use her Kubera magic near the Aero Plateau, I didn't know that you were a triple Earth type magician. With a perfect birthday attribute to match your swordsmanship skills, that you really got first place on the test. You really were born a warrior. I can't believe I didn't recognize you sooner. If I had known before, I would have taught you stuff like fighting techniques. Yeah, too bad. Things would have been different if we had known each other more on the Terra. I'm sorry for that thing with Asha. Her fan club is a mess, but still, you must be more heartbroken than anyone else since you were close to her recently. Yeah, you're right. I'm very heartbroken. Fuck me, son. Why she look like that? What? You want me to just stay here? I thought you wanted to be uninterrupted. I do, but this place is where I used to give the oracles. No one can harm you, even if someone tries to approach you. I can come here right away. The fire here never goes out. This way I can fight without worrying about you. Yeah, that's right. You're right, Brilith. You may not be trying to show it, but I know that you're selflessly devoted to people in this world. So could you try to smile a bit more? That's right. If I'm drained of energy, I'll only be worth agony. It's unfortunate, but I just have to do what I can do now. Well, I'll be back with news of our victory, Princess. You'll smooch on the fire. I'm a bit nervous since I can't fight with Brilith in my arms. This is the best option for now. You won't need to worry when she's in there in that room. I'll make sure that Brilith is protected. She doesn't hear any bad news. I will keep this place guarded. I should have recognized you sooner. I was being too pessimistic about the way the humans would react when they found out that the Suras are after Kubera. Is this a kind of prejudice too? It looks like I've been down in this world for too long. There wouldn't have been this misunderstanding if I had met Surya once when I returned to the Divine Realm last time. You must have been busy with something else at the time. Yeah, that's right. At the time, Britta's lifespan. No, never mind. Anyway, Saha, right? You won't have to see my face even after you die. Do you know this is a tremendous compliment and blessing, right? I'm flattered. Let me be so modest about that. Anyway, the barrier I will take on. That's the barrier of death. Looks like the weakest. I'll take on the barrier. Tell the priestess of death to go and fight. But will the priestess of death fight though? All might though? We'll see. 250. I don't have to manage the barrier. Woohoo! I never thought that having those barrier skills that the other priests had would come in handy like this. Well, excuse me. I'll tell you tomorrow's news. Claudia kidnapped, also found dead via spinal fracture. I thought Agni was going to take over. If there's an attack strong enough to break Agni's barrier, then it would only break again if I look after it again. So there's no reason for me to stand by the barrier stone. So you already know the situation. This is why you should head to the front lines and fight. Hey Lila, I'll just stand by the barrier stone. Shut it. Being nice to me won't do a thing now. Now you gotta go fight. You're struggling. One last guy, Kubera, Currygom. 148, your address is mod 14. From what I heard, in Terra, the Suras have surrounded Rin Hollow, but there's nothing here. Are they hiding because of the Air Plateau? What do you think? It looks like since earthly attributes are practically neutralized near Air Plateau, the snakes with the earthly attributes first, and the rest followed. But if it comes an attack later, they will most likely be coming from all other than snakes. So yeah, there's a good chance that stage 5 Rocky Shaw Gorilla Clan will appear. Why are you hiding such a why are you hiding after bringing us such a precious information, Utah? You clearly have something you want to ask me. What is it? Are you too afraid to approach me now that you're here in person? That's strange. I can block his insights and transcendental skills since all gods nearly rely on transcendence. I thought I wouldn't fear him. And yet, why am I scared? Why? Because he has a transcendental skill I can't block? Are you thinking about what to have for dinner? Or do you need some relationship advice? There's no longer a need for a long explanation. Brace yourself for the Tarakas. To creatures with a long lifespan like us, the heart beating feeling doesn't appear often. Ultimately, humans are destined to die somehow, and your time with them is short. So at least do your best and not have any regrets during that time. Don't end up like me. Have you ever regretted loving a human? No, the opposite. I regretted trying not to love someone. It happened over 1,000 years ago, but I remember it as it was yesterday. Why did you not try to love her? Shouldn't you have to worry about the same stuff as me since you're a god? I knew how she felt, but I didn't know how I felt. Do you know what the most miserable moment is when you love a creature who dies easily? It's realizing how you feel after the person is already dead. Living an endless life with regrets is like an eternal hell. Boundary C. The sea between Hollow and Eloth. You barely recovered your transcendental skill, yet your abilities to use them has gotten weaker. Anyway, should I interpret your choice? So you interpret your coming here as a mean that you intend to participate on someone's side? Whose side are you on? The Kinaras are always neutral. You came here with Sagara. I came in order to maintain the balance of neutrality. I'm always prepared to help a lot of people at a disadvantage. Like when I interfered in the Battle of Terra when I told Taksaka's son about the Sura's whereabouts in advance. I was simply acting in order to stop them from losing one-sidedly. Then you must be on the human side now. Why do you think so? Since Sagara got her hands on the god Kubera's items in Kali Bloom, she just wants to kill one human with the name Kubera. Your target is very simple and clear, and the Suras are stronger than ever with Simpanti working with them. In comparison, the humans are very weak. No, the humans may be weak individually, but their city and all is not weak. But in fact, it's very strong in its current state, and as long as the perfect barrier created by Agni doesn't break, that is. You haven't made a final decision, and you should keep an eye on how things play out afterwards. The barrier breaks and one side at significant disadvantage. It won't be too late to intervene. But since there's nothing for you and I to gain, no matter who wins this, it will be a good excuse to make up an excuse. It would be good to make up an excuse for later, instead of unilaterally helping one another. An excuse? Do you really care about that kind of thing? You're an opportunist, not neutral. An opportunist? I'm not so sure about that. Isn't that what you call people who stick with the winning side? It doesn't seem appropriate to call me an opportunist when the side with the people who are at a disadvantage. If anything, that word would suit you since you turned blind eye to the Adamanas in crisis. You're in a very tragic situation right now. Anyone can see that. It's an unfortunate situation to be in. However, I think it would be good to think a little more about who made the decisive miscalculation on the great situation. Gandhi. And Anta. Ananata. I don't know, dude. Sorry. My back. I'm old. My back. Is the type of person who would have wiped out the Tarakas with the human side in hand-to-hand combat alone. If we were alive, the Tarakas would have planned on attacking your clan. They all just looking at each other, staring, no words are being spoken. The fact that Ananta received the title of strongest in the universe from the first gods who could see the future, it's probably because the future which he was living in was the best future. But now that future cannot be. Right now, with the great future gone, and the god would have found the lesser good future has now gone. All we all have no choice but to seek the future that we each feel is best, with our own sense of justice. Oh, that's a raw panel. Gandhi, what is your sense of justice? No one cares about you. Loser. Idiot. Dumb. Not my goat. Hashtag not my goat. Hey. What was that flame? What was that flame touching the sky? That the barrier was changing. Oh, Agni has come. Well, that's a good thing that Agni's here. Right now, you won't have to worry so much. With him in the city, we should be pretty safe, Ran. You know about the bow of neutrality. My brother says that it requires a lot of vigor. My brother has more vigor than me, so he can fire not as much as I can. Don't change the subject, Ran. He didn't answer my question. Is he saying no? Was I too blunt? It's because in front of those people. Do I look too different to my usual self? Did I make myself look too easy? Did I look inconsiderate for proposing a situation like this? Was it ridiculous to me to be jealous of Raul's daughter? Should I have played hard to get? Oh, I don't know. I should at least read some books on relationships. It's a mistake to just emotionally blurt out like that. When I was thinking without any kind of preparation, no matter how suspicious he was being, I should have at least held back and slowly asked him about it, or at least asked Lise about it first. Rana, what did you first like about me? Honestly, I never thought that you liked me, certainly not for 18 years. I had no idea you were even thinking about marrying me. 18 years means since I just entered the academy, I was just a kid with a bad temper at the time. And yet, you've only had your eyes on me since then? It's not like I'm attractive enough for you to fall in love at first sight. Honestly, even my brother is taller and more handsome, smarter, and stronger than me. Ryan, after I just went through the trouble of telling you how I feel, are you doubting my sincerity? No, I wasn't doubting, I was just curious. Oh yeah? Then Ryan, what did you like about me so much during 18 years ago? Well, because everybody else was nothing compared to... I never said that I liked you. You're the one who liked me for 18 years. I never... Well, I forget it. I'll take back my marriage proposal. Huh? Ryan, hold on. What's wrong with this guy? Get a grip, dude. There's a limit to how much beating a person's pride can take. I'm not sure whether it was my mistake for proposing at a time like this or... Hold on, Rana. I actually like you. What's up? Wow, what's up with this wall? I just read really hard against that. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, Rana, I like you too. It's true that I liked you for 18 years, but I never thought you liked me. I was just so happy that I couldn't believe I was hearing. I was just kind of shy. It's not at all saying I was not to, so please don't take back what you said before, okay? I really love. Don't whisper that kind of thing into my ear. If you're done talking, let's head back downstairs. Can't think of it. This isn't the time for this kind of thing. Hey, I'm not done talking, Rana. Your voice is what stopped me in my tracks 18 years ago. You would be attractive even if you swore at me. Even if you might be called an ugly duckling, but you made my heart flutter. I felt like we'd probably die if you whispered you loved me. I could never tell him these kind of things. Come on, he just told me to answer you. This fool changes moods. Wait, this fool changes in mood are driving me nuts. Era Plateau, turret number 1. Normally, the priestess handles the turrets along with the barriers. It's convenient that they automatically aim themselves at the priest can operate them alone, but the problem is that it weakens the firing power. The turret would be like tickling Mr. Kasak, plus if the barrier were to break, it would deactivate the auto turret. So since we foresee a war coming, if the rest of the time to prepare, our turrets have to operate manually. This is the direction. This looks cool. Direction of the Aurora Forest. This is the direction of the Boundary Sea. The enemies gathered in Aurora, so they'll probably mostly come from this direction. If you see any of them, just use a transcendental skill with their sword of return to attack. Wait. I only have one transcendental skill I can use with the sword, and that skill will not be able to attack that far. This doesn't matter. This turret's job is to aim for you. First turret must have its own powerful attack, and yet you're only using it to adjust the distance. You can use your own attack as long as you don't use it too much vigor. Make sure you don't push yourself too hard so that we can't teleport at a crucial moment. Hey, who do you think I am? This is my first time running a turret. My brief practice in university is exciting. How many years ago were you in university? Hey, you're making me anxious. So maybe I should let go. I'm gonna do it. Look at her face. Look at that. Well, Lise, can you handle it? I'll try. Isn't Earth the attribute neutralized in Air Plateau? I can't use Kubera spell, and I can't even turn on the bracelet, and this sword is all I have left. So I'll do whatever I can with it. But don't worry. Can I practice just once? Sure, go ahead. All right. Whoosh. Huh? It disappeared. It went like through and attacked outside. Did you see that? That's how you do it. Send your transitive skill outside the barrier and address the distance. That's why Sass said your role is important. This is it. Yeah, with this, I may be able to win even if that red bird appears this time. Oh, you think about revenge. Maruna. Simpanti. Sheet. Oh, sheet. She just sitting there. Just grilling, looking over. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. This has been good. This is getting intense. But your justice is mine is a pretty long arc. I didn't realize how long it really is. So Lise, how do you feel now? What do you mean? I'm fine. Your face seems different before when I mentioned Asha. There's some food in the bottom compartment here to help the people in the tower maintain their vigor, so help yourself and don't feel bad about eating it all. If you feel bad, at least just make it feel a bit better. Honestly, the thing with Asha isn't a problem. That would get better with me talking. Is that what you're worried about? Thanks, Mirha. Well, I'm back to the temple now. Lee's hanging there. Things will be tough now, but once the battle is over, there'll be a better future waiting for you. I stopped myself as I was about to say this. What would saying a better future mean to a girl who knows that her life is going to be ended soon by the god of death? If she's unlucky, my feelings, you end up dying before her lifespan runs out. And even if she's lucky and survives every crisis, her heart will stop no matter what on the day that her life is set to end. No matter how active she is in this war, even if she succeeds in becoming a hero like Rao, even if she defeats the evil Suras and saves countless people, there will be nothing left for Lise. Once this battle is over, what? Why did you stop talking? Shall I finish the sentence instead? Once the battle is finished, let's go get a giant parfait. You were so full before, so we didn't get to try it, remember? So next time, if we're going to go, we're going to try to eating it together, promise me. Okay, Lise, sure, next time, let's try it together. Wait, that's your 1251? No, dude. Pain. Your justice in mind 16. What is this? The humans are preparing so diligently, and yet if only we had gone through with the attack at least before the Air Plateau got here or before the Agni got here. Our preparations were delayed because there was a problem with him. And what exactly is the problem? Could we have ended this if Simpati just broke the barrier and we attacked? She may say it's to block anyone from using insight, but it's not fair to keep it from us. Ay, ay, ay. I lost where I was. There we go. Well, that could be the problem because under this sympathetic barrier, she may chase a block inside, but she could be stalling for time. Klotz, watch your mouth. Are you applying a stall for time? Well, obviously, don't forget that I'm going to do Sagara's wishes, and as Sagara wishes anyways, to suggest what it bothers me that the situation becomes more unfavorable for us as it gets better for the humans. In the end, if we win, isn't it natural to hope that a few kids die as possible in the process? Oh, do you think that we'll all be able to gather together after this battle is finished? I wish we could all be together. That's why I'm worried. That's it. Dang. Oh, are you including me in that too? Thanks. Stop ruining the mood. Don't worry, you guys won't be in danger. Any Anantas that have earthly attributes, so they're weak around Air Plateau. So all of you will stay in the rear, protect him in the rear, and wait for the battle to end. Only Soros not from Ananta's clan will attack the city. What? We'll handle the battle just fine on our own, so you guys won't be in danger. Since you're so concerned about survival, shouldn't you just be overjoyed about waiting in the rear? But Sampanti, if none of the Anantas go, that means that the Sagara won't fight either. You just said that you would avoid facing Agni, right, because of his insight. Of course Sagara will be the one to face Agni. Even with all of you in the rear, Sagara will have to fight Agni on the front line. What? We can't do that. You want us to all stay behind while Sagara goes front alone? Sagara is a Nastica. So even if her earthly attributes are neutralized, she still has plenty of other transcendental skills, but not you guys. What could you do around the Aero Plateau when your earthly attributes are neutralized? Just stay behind and don't get involved for nothing. You guys are no use in this battle. Let's go, Maruna. What are you doing, Haruo? You're not Anata? Oh shoot. I naturally wanted to stay behind in the rear. Quit messing around and come with me. Let go. I can go on my own. What should we do, Riagara? Should we trust him and let Sagara go by herself? She's facing Agni of all people. We could at least give her life for Sagara's sake, but not then. She's not pissed off, man. Flata. Did they say anything? Of course they did. They made a huge fuss. Like, what about Sagara? I hope they won't ignore our plans and come with us. Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't talk to them myself. If I had, they would have held onto my clothes and begged me. You didn't seem very concerned, even though you're facing Agni in an area where earthly attributes is neutralized. That's because the transcendental skills I've regained are very useful. Before, when I went to help with the Ganhavra clan, a lot of my transcendental skills were sealed off by Taraka. At the time, almost all my main skills were sealed off, but now that I've gotten most of them back, facing a god with some summoners around him shouldn't be a problem. So those are the Taraka mixed bloods and half-dragon Gandhi, the variable that could turn in our favor. That's right. While I'm dealing with Agni, your job is to block the rest of them. Wait a minute. You mean me too? I would have to be of use. Would I be used in a fight like that? I won't tell you to fight directly to. Just stand by my side and do as I say. Except for Agni. The rest of them, I'll deal with myself. Oh shit. Should clean. Screenshot. To be continued. Continue. What that's you know what? I'm gonna say that might be a tinfoil hat theory. I'm not gonna say it before I make myself look mad foolish. I want to confirm one thing first, and then I'll make that declaration. Young Yuta by the cliffside. He just sitting. He gave a deep sigh. You have good vision, so keep an eye on this place by yourself. I'll be watching the opposing end with Kasak. Even though one of them would have stayed with me in order to keep an eye on me, does the fact that they left me alone mean that they trust me? These? Oh shit. What is she doing at a time like this? What are you doing, Lise? If you'll die, you fall from their generations and work with that bracelet on. Stumble, flutter for a moment. You'll die if I just let you fall, so I'll just hold you, just for a moment. Lise, I know how hard things are right now, but you can't make an extreme choice like this. Clasp. What happened? Your dress is in mine, 17. Whoosh, whoosh. Don't push yourself too much, that's right. If anything shows up, then you can jump in. I thought I should practice this in advance so I can shoot right away, and this won't tire me out. I'm fine, don't worry. She's really hard. She's really working hard. I wish she were a student of mine. If we had been close in Atera, I would have made sure to keep her with me. Have a lot of people giving up on you during their training with you? They just have the wrong attitude. I had one decent student recently, but then, I didn't take him with me to Cali Blue before. Alright, when Tio disappeared. But didn't Asha say not to tell Lise about that? It doesn't matter. The reason she said not to tell her was to keep her from finding out about the Red Sky incident. But that's not true. It's not like Lise doesn't know about that now. Wrong. Flash. The sky. This is the superior sword from the Garuda clan. The color of the sky changes when they attack, but this is a red this time. There must be another superior Garuda from the Garuda clan, but I don't see any sign of Suras. The Suras attacked when we couldn't see them back in the Terra. They're probably using transcendental skills in the human form. That's not good. If they're in human form, they'll just hide and we won't be able to see them. Oh, that's strange. The turrets over there are working, but what on earth are they attacking? You're right. Why are the turrets going off and down in the stars? They're just shooting at the air. Looks like they set the turrets to auto fire. Unless they're broken, there must be a Sur somewhere over there. Are they in stealth mode? This makes things difficult. They may be a nuisance, but I wouldn't say it's difficult. It looks like they suddenly use a transcendental skill and then hid right away. The cloaking wears off as soon as they use their transcendental skills, right? We'll just wait for that moment and attack. Oh, here it comes! Kasak, it looks like you don't know since you never met a 5th stage Rakshasa. If this one has both sky and darkness attributes, it can use the highest level cloaking, which means they can use transcendental skills while cloak wearing off. But it's not a complete loss. We can collaborate with someone who could use Hati Surya. It might be different if we had the God of Light on our side, but it's difficult taking humans into battle. Second, we can refer to where the auto turrets are firing. But the direction the turrets fire keep changing, which means that the location is on the move. It's already too late to follow the turrets. And third, Yuta could seal off their transcendental skill. Will the barrier be okay? It won't perform as well as Atera's. We're handling a different type of area. It's fine. It's true that it won't perform as well, but still, a god's barrier shouldn't break over something like this. Don't say should. Do you know or not, nigga? Like, are you sure? So are we waiting for you? So are you waiting for Yuta to seal off the transcendental skill now? What? But what's he up to? I can't see. It's strange. Just a minute ago I tried to. What was that? My head hurts. I'm exhausted. I don't want to think of anything. What? What are you doing here? What day? What? I said, what are you doing here? I went to all the trouble of getting away from Simpanti just to come here. Aren't you going to play with me? You. Come on, I told you my name the last time. I forgot to tell you again. My name is Jatayu. Jatayu. To be continued. Nigga, what's going on? What's happening? What's really good? I just want to stop and pause and talk with some of my thoughts for a bit, but I guess I don't have thoughts, but I don't have words. I only have questions, so I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna just keep going then because this is bonkers, dude. I had a long dream about what I can't remember. It feels like a lot happened. Aren't you just forgetting because you wanted to run away? What do you mean, Jatayu? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. No. I didn't mean. I didn't mean to. I didn't realize what I was doing. Shut up. You can cry and make excuses all you want. It doesn't change the fact that you ate me. I don't need apology or self-reflection. That would only make my last 300 years meaningless. That's fucking crazy. Your justice in mine 18 still in the case. Oh shit! I don't think somebody's loaded. Refresh. One moment, please. That is just unfortunate. You ate me. Self-reflection. Thrilling ending. That's why you need to be a bad guy. And there we go. Now something crashed. That's a tremendous transcendental skill. What sorrow could that possibly be? Still, it's a good thing Agni's here. The barrier won't last. Right? Of course, how could they pierce the perfect barrier created by a god? Still, just in case everyone's evacuating to the temple. Let's stay and watch a bit more. When will we get to see a transcendental skill like this again? Everyone, please move to the nearest magic temple or academy. It's too dangerous for you to be out like this. That's right. Listen, guys. Listen to what they're saying. Just let us watch a bit. We didn't even see anything like this during the Great Upheaval. Besides, we'll be fine with Agni's barrier. Look at the sky. I mean, look at that. You can see the universe in the sky. Cool. They're so ignorant standing out there looking for something when all they can do is get in our way. They'll have to suffer like the people in Atera or of Cali Bloom to come to their sentence. Shh, do I hear you? You want to get yourself in the papers again for a thoughtless remark? It's not like she's wrong. They could at least cooperate since there's nothing they can do. What the heck are they doing right now? We all know that they would come running to us for help if the barrier were to break. It's true. It would be good if they just evacuated just in case, but it looks like they've lost even the slightest feelings of tension since the barrier looks so perfect. Asha, for now it would be best to hide yourself with the other magicians. Then later jump into action and prove that you're not a dangerous person. It would especially help if you had a future trial if you're to save some high rankers from a crisis or something. Since the trial decided by completely voting and people value their own experiences the most, it won't matter if you broke out of jail. That's true. I can't believe they banished a magician like you from the city when you have so much potential to help within the city. What on earth are they thinking, picking on you like that? You wouldn't have let yourself get caught so easily if you had any evil intentions, right? Thank you for helping like this. Even at the risk of being labeled an accomplice, Master, I'll handle this on my own. You should go to Saha. You must be very tired from all the stress, plus the city being under attack, so you should make up with Saha and get back on good terms with him again. Just pretend to support Saha on the surface. Or just pretend to support him. I cannot believe you're worried about our relationship after how this to you. You really are a sweet child. Someday a day will come when everyone understands your justice. Thank you, Master. Please stay safe until we meet again. That's so interesting to me. That dynamic. Like them. Like her being like that, ride or die for her. Like, pourquoi? C'est quoi la raison, tu sais? Wow, that's not in French. I mean, why did I say that in French? I was about to say why, you know. I'm sorry. Saha, do you see? You can't find the strange Surahs of Hati Surya deranged. I saw something move before, but it moved so quickly I only got a glimpse of the tip of the wing. Of course you can't see. The Surahs using a transcendental skill right now. It's far, far above the city right now. Then what are the turrets attacking right now? The turrets are attacking another Sur from the Garuda clan. This one is probably the one who caused the Red Sky incident. He's so fast that he's dodging all the turrets' attacks. Dodging them? He's that fast even while using cloaking? No. Seeing that, there's something riding on his back. There's a high probability that someone else is probably cloaking him. Those two are probably distracting the turrets while someone else above us uses their transcendental skill without any disturbance. Then we should tell Agni if the real threat is above. No, telling him won't solve this. If we tell Agni to go all the way up there, he would get far away from the barrier and weaken it. Even still, even if Kasak were to go, and the one in the air using a transcendental attack while cloaked, ladies, go and tell Lila right now to use the thing that we weren't going to use until the absolute worst possible scenario. Lila, what? Last resort. She'll know what you mean when you tell her. And while you're talking to her, tell her this too. And I'm sorry I couldn't be more help. We still haven't found him after looking around. I think Yuta must already be outside the city, but he didn't look like he'll betray us. Maybe he's some kind of problem. Kasak, go in the city for now, and if Yuta blocks that attack, then jump in and fight. Maneuvering around that transcendental right now would be dangerous since it would use up vigor that you need to stay in Sura form. Then what are you saying that you're going to do right now? That's what I'm going to find Yuta. Okay. So we're looking cool. Fire! 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 Hey. While you were gone, I developed powerful sleeping pills that make you fall asleep instantly. Yeah, I even managed to minimize the side effects of just one. But at least the lives of yourself and your sister. Now escape while you can. Still can. Escape. We're dead. If we leave the city and we're dead, we don't fight well, there really isn't an option here. That's right, there really is no option anyway. I just said that because I was hoping you might at least help a little bit voluntarily. Click. I've been helping out voluntarily this far, and I'll continue to do so. He's story and art by Currygom, Part 2, Episode 153. Your address is in mind 19. There's almost no one in the temple. Everyone except backup guards has gone to the turrets. Look at Asha, undercover. So raw, so gangster. What are you doing here? You should be careful that... Don't you know you're hiding in Hati trying to... doesn't work on people with sixth sense? There are some magicians here with the death attribute who have developed the sixth sense. That's why I was winning by playing cards. Did you use Bhavati Yama again? Very clever. Hiding somewhere safe and using other people's bodies to shield and move around. But it doesn't matter what you say. I will do anything I have to do to order to block this alleyway right now. You're still no match for me. That will be true if I only had one life, but I'll take over another one if this magician dies. If you keep fighting, you'll eventually chip up and get caught before getting executed before Lala can get to you. This Bhavati Yama spell is really powerful. If you consider using it without the person's body that you... Oh, sorry. If you use it without considering the person's body that you're using, decide wisely. This will be over if just one of the three remaining Kubera dies anyways, and there's another Kubera aside from Lila in the city, right? I just don't want Lala to end up being a sacrificial lamb. I have no intention of getting in your way if you just leave this place, so alright, then I'll change my target. You gave in easily. Why would you go through the trouble the whole time when you can change your mind so easily? So what? It's already too late for you and I to be treated like humans. Lazy bones. I just left for a room for a minute and you took a bunch of sleeping pills. Asura hasn't appeared with Lila. If Yuta is alive in this transcendental attack, he's either with the sewers or attacked or whoosh. Oh shit. Come on, load all the goddamn pages, please. I noticed that a couple of them had that little tiny square where like shit wasn't thing. So my bad if I missed some pages on this chapter. I didn't really notice. You sure give it easily, change your mind, blah blah blah. And good luck. Didn't think you'll go. I don't think your way of thinking this is bad. Stopping and killing others for the sake of your own goals is natural in the soul world. The only thing you've done wrong is be born in the wrong place. I understand. Haha. You say you understand me, and that you treat me worse than a human. So what? It's already too late for you and I to be treated like humans. Good luck. My fingers crossed. Claude, Lazy Bones, Let's Multiple Speaker Pill, Badiama, Layla. We are here to deliver a message from Saha. If Rita's alive during his intentional attack, he's either with the Tsura who's dodging that terrorist attacks or look down. You found me quicker than expected. I guess since this mountain is the only thing standing, it would have been stranger if you hadn't found me. Sagara, oh shit. Did you come for this? I'm not giving him to you. I only thought this thing was... I thought the only thing to do with him was kill him, but I never thought of a better use for him. I couldn't have done this on my own, but now... Just wait. I'm going to create a real masterpiece soon. Who do you think I'm going to stand around waiting, Sagara? Boom. What are you doing? Just stay focused on the turret. We almost got hit just now. Agni and Sagara met. Oh, yeah, finally. Coming soon. Let's see who dies first, lunatic. What's wrong? I was just saying what you were thinking. They're both your enemies anyway, right? I still need Sagara to win right now. Oh, shit. Then, let Sagara win now. Wow. What's this? I'm surprised. I've never seen that skill before, but seeing that you stopped using it, I guess you can't kill this guy, huh? Come to think of it, when Anata died, Taraka clan sided with the gods, so you'll have to protect their prince in order to continue using the Taraka clan, right? Holy shit. So, oh my god. This is crazy. This is bonkers. Did anybody have to go through this weekly? This would drive me crazy. Because like I need all this information. I'll be thinking about this shit at school, at work, at a sports event, whatever I was doing. This shit would drive me nuts, dude. Did I change the number? The one to 154? Did I just do that? Yes, I did. I thought that you changed into your more slightly... I thought that you changed into your slightly more powerful male form when you fight. That's right. I've said that before. The fact that you're winning me in your female form means that your transcendental skill that you use on him would stop working. You just act like an idiot, but you seem so serious today. Well, you're not wrong, but that's not the only reason why I didn't use my male form. You know, Agni, this isn't like last time. I'd love to fight you directly, but I have to keep holding on to this guy for now. This should be enough to buy me some time while my masterpiece is completed, right? What is this? There aren't any transcendental skills that can materialize the living Natiska. Boom, some fucking action, let's go. When the heck did this guy die? What on earth happened to the Gandvar clan for him to be dead? What? Your address is mine 20. I thought I heard sound of whispering. It looks like everyone's gone. I could have heard them if I'd been by the door. It's locked from the outside. Why would they have stopped me from going outside? Phew. I try to look on the bright side. I don't know if this is outside, but I'm sure everything's going fine. Try not to over yourself. Don't be anxious. It's not proud of Asaha. You've never been the kind of guy who couldn't manage his own figure. Ding. I don't know if it's my internet or the website, but it's not loading some certain things, man. It's not loading some pages. For fuck's sake. Let me just scroll up real quick to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Just done last time. No, everything's fine so far. Okay. Ding. So it's me, Lorraine. Eloth. All you need to think about is protecting this place, Lutz. Don't worry too much about and don't worry too much. Worrying here won't change anything. Since you're in charge now that Saha isn't here, always try to think positively and manage your vigor well. But the fact that Saha purposely left someone named Kubera here before he left means that he was worried about the worst case scenario and the possibility of Aero Plateau and Reno could be destroyed. So he left Kubera there so at least she would survive. That's what I'm saying. Worrying about that kind of thing won't change a thing. It's not like we can help him from all the way over here. But who's that Kubera? The one left here at Eloth, I mean. If it's someone that important, wouldn't it be better for you to find her and keep her by your side? Tilda, stop it. I know it's top secret and everything, but you don't have to act like you don't already know about me. I already heard from Saha. I wasn't pretending because I really don't know. Why don't you know your own name? You're the Kubera in Eloth. What? What are you talking about? No, I'm not. Well, Saha, look. This is what says in this document. The goal of this meeting is not to execute Asha. Execution. Isn't this just telling you what to protect me? Well, it looks a bit ambiguous. But still, do you think I'm Kubera? Ever since I was a child, I've always been Tilda. The reason that I was able to become the manager of the Magic Guild in spite of being a half is because of my memory. Unlike other halves, my memory has never gotten lost by emotional resonance, and I remember everything that I have ever seen and heard since I was born. So I know my name better than anyone, and I'm not Kubera. If I were Kubera, there'd be no reason to hide it from you, Lutz. That's strange. Saha said he knows the 3 remaining Kuberas are, and that he must know who the Kubera and Eloth is. And wouldn't it make sense for him to tell me, since I'm protecting Eloth? Tilda, do you have any guesses? Like another Kubera? I know all I know is what Saha said. There's also stuff that I saw and heard during the speech. If you combine the search from Saha did with the recent one your brother did, the remaining Kuberas in Rinhalo and Eloth have been settled there for a long time. Rinhalo, Eloth. Even if you change time period for the search, both of them keep showing up near the same temple and Magic Guild. Good. God, wait, that means, why didn't I think of this before? The reason why he didn't tell me who the Kubera and Eloth is, the reason that he so naturally guessed the power of the name Kubera has been dispersed, the reason that he neglected Eloth and focused all his power on the air plateau Rinhala would explain all of that. That means the Kubera and Eloth is, that's right. Saha is the Kubera and Eloth who kept turning up in the searches. It means there's no longer Kubera and Eloth. All 3 Kuberas are at the location in which the Soros are attacking. Saha, I need you to talk. I talk to you. This is uncomfortable being turned into you like this. Beat. So you came alone? Yes, Saha. The situation isn't good either. Where else could I go at a time like this? That seemed like a very big moment, but I need to process that, so give me a second. You must be at the vigor of worrying over everything too. Lorraine, Saha, Asha pushed her. What's gone to you, Saha? Tossing a person around wearing glasses is bodied? Why is she doing this? There's a guy that I'm telling you, this has to be for like a good reason. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Right? Right? I'm not logged in. Your metric calculations are so fast I thought you were cheating. Is that streaming? Is that recording? Oh no. Okay. Really incredible. It's a young age. What did you say your name was again? Asha. Now it's an L. Rahiro. Not Rahiro no more. Right, Asha. It was excellent decision to come here to me as a sponsor. You could succeed at anything with intelligence like this, but with the support of someone like me, it's like icing on the cake. I can get you as much money connected as you like, so you can make whatever dream you want come true. Anything that I want. That's right. Anything you want to accomplish or become. Do you have anything in mind? Yeah, a magician. A very powerful magician. Oh yeah, then it's a really good thing you came to me. I'm one of the top magicians on this planet after all. Teaching a very bright kid like you would be very rewarding too. I look forward to working together, Asha. Yes, master. Ooh. Justice in mind, 21. Hati Brahma Hati Maru. What are you doing, Asha? Why are you here? What did I just see? Saha was not bad for it. I have to calculate. The strength of a barrier made Hati Brahma varies depending on the level of the magician, but there were always two counter barrier created by the most powerful magician. The first is to use Brati Maru as a way of splitting space and ignoring the barrier's defense. And the downside of the spell is that excusez-moi, pardon. Although it's powerful, it's also slow. There is a good chance that the magician who created the barrier with Hati Brahma will attack you with a follow-up spell, so it's best not to waste any time here using Bravati Maru here. Bravati Indra would be better then. That's right. That's the best one for your birth attribute. Bharati Indra is a spell which lets you ignore any obstacles when attacking a creature with blood in it, so within range, so blocking it with Bharati doesn't do much. Unless they have an item that resistant to Indra magic, most purebloods are killed immediately. But why you ask me how to counter something like Hati Brahma, Asha? You shouldn't have to put your life on the line to fight other magicians. You never know when you might have to fight an evil magician, right? Since there's no telling what will happen between people. Bharati Indra. She's gonna use her whole lesson against her, huh? Bodied. Using spells. By using this fact that Lord, I'm not like a big Lorraine fan. Like I don't dislike her, so like I don't think she's dead. I don't know if I should actually like for real bodied her, but like if she was actually out of here, like I'm not gonna hold you like me. Now if it was Irie, Asha gotta see mink bink. Gotta see me. Let's keep it going. You can also hunt down hidden enemies at the same time. If Bharati Indra flows in a direction that you don't expect it, that means someone got hit with the spell there. Oh shit. Huff huff. Asha? This can't be Asha. What? Why would you? This must be a dream, right? Come on. Tell me I'm dreaming. Asha, please tell me it's a dream. Please tell me. Asha. No, Asha. She just closed the door? You're really incredible, Asha. No, I'm not. Why? You have such incredible magic abilities. I thought I had studied and practiced pretty hard. This motherfucker on his bike keep going by, man. I'm reading Kubera. Put some But compared to you, I'm really nothing. When I think of how much sweat and blood you put in achieving such magic abilities, it's only because you ever taken the brightest path. Huh? What I mean is, even if I told you how much effort I put in, you wouldn't be able to copy what I did. In fact, you wouldn't be able to even understand. Oh, that face she's making though. Whoosh, the barrier stone. What's going on? Hurry up and handle the barrier stone. Wasn't Agni indicate what happened to Agni? Claude. Wait, how long have I been sleeping? I'll sleep puzzles way too strong. Stop out of it. The barrier of Agni was in charge of is broken. We have some other priest candidates by the barrier stone right now, so if by some chance the Sirs attack, you need to be ready to use Bratiama. I don't know. I don't think the Sirs will attack directly. From the looks of it, it seems like they're going to retreat soon since there's no longer a reason for them to attack the city. What do you mean? I'm saying you can relax now, but where is Lila? Is she next to the barrier stone of darkness? No, we temporarily left the barrier stone of darkness with another priest candidate. Right now, Layla has gone to attempt a summoning spell. That's interesting. Ida Itu Chandra. What you doing, girl? What you over there? What you up to? Summoning no Kuchiosen no Jutsu. Summon me. I come with the hammer. Milne. That mask is so funny though. Let's keep going. Idha Itu Chandra. Will she make it? I wonder. Layla often mentioned that her summoning magic will succeed. There must be something that's giving her that kind of confidence. But if it's that simple, why hadn't she used the skill yet, Claude? Did you teleport? Step aside. Move. Slam. Stop, Layla. The Suras will retreat soon. You don't need to use your money. Do you know how the Suras will retreat soon? Hurry up and answer me, you lower creature. If you're on the same side of the Suras, I'll beat the crap out of you right here. Goddess of Darkness, Chandra, current appearance, 15 years old. Interesting. Let's go. Story right now by Currygom, Part 2, Episode 156. You just is in my Part 22, motherfucker. What on earth happened in the city, Agni? Seeing you suddenly got so weak. Something must have happened to that summoner named Brilith. Judging from the light shining over there a minute ago, looks like another human named Kubera died a moment ago. Isn't it funny? The city's barrier still isn't completely broken, and we haven't even directly attacked what the humans in the city, but we ended up achieving our goal. Ha ha ha! You must be still Agni. You tried to help the humans, but someone ended up betraying you. Anyway, since fortune appears to be on our side this time only, I'll let you watch my plans become reality from right there. Since I've gathered plenty of names, there's no longer to fool anyone around here. Of course, I won't stop attacking the city. Rin Hollow was a place filled with the grudge of my people. This is my chance to fully destroy them for it. This is your first task to tell you. As soon as the barrier breaks, slaughter all of the humans in the city. After all, they're nothing once you steal your magic ability. She's a bit strange. Agni has gotten weak, but now it's only a matter of time since this barrier completely breaks. But why did you stop the attack, Sympathy? It's a good chance that Agni is with Saha, right? I wonder if the barrier got weaker due to some kind of problem. Why is the door open? Step aside, Ran. Hotney. Aspen. That's a relief. At least Lorraine seems to be wearing some clothes with a sense of magic. But Saha, who will do such a thing? Hotney Avens may be able to restore a mutilated body to original form, but it can't revive them. Then I'll freeze them at least. If we keep them frozen, at least Hotney will not work. Saha's name has long been on the list of people forbidden from being revived, so we can't revive him with Hotney Vishnu. And for now, I handle the job Saha was doing. We can't look like that. Just try to calm down first. You don't absolutely have to take over the turret. Right, you can do it, right? Hold on. I don't have a very good turret management record. We may both be shocked, but right now Lorraine's the most shocked of us. How could she be in here when her fiancé just died? I would like to take over the turret, but it'll be better to save my vigor and use it for recovery magic. What's this? Is it a letter? The Suras that are currently attacking and the Suras attacking the cities are different entities. The Sura that the turrets are attacking are moving at high speeds in cloaked state, but it doesn't appear that they'll be able to attack the city in that state. On the other hand, the Suras attacking the cities are using a transcendental skill cloaked in a state in the sky above Rin Hollow, but they're not moving around. Since there are several superior Suras cloaking mode, we desperately need Sura's abilities. It would be best if I had the ability to summon the gods, but since they're good at people, all three of my summoning attempts have failed. Thus, I'm trying to do the best thing of summoning right now. If the Sura in the sky appears to be extremely large and powerful, so I won't be able to hit it with my Bhavati Surya spell. But this spell paralyzes whomever it hits until they hit another blow. So during the attack, I could stop the attack on the city and create a single chance for us to attack. They're just attacking us from the same spot. The Suros probably doesn't expect there to be a human who can attack with Surya's magic from all the way here, which means there's almost no chance that it'll dodge. As long as I can counter it, I can hit Hati Surya Bhavati Surya. The things went away. Did I push myself too hard? I'm drained of a finger now. After being hit with the spell, the enemy was probably frozen in midair without being able to do anything. But if I don't kill them in one hit, there could be a danger of it counterattacking when it's awakened. So for that, I need to work with Chandra and Mr. Kasak to perform the most powerful attack possible. If someone is reading this, I'm probably no longer able to help you. I've already been told. I have already told the Temple of Darkness about the plan above, so there's no need for you to go out there and tell them. But if Lila summon fails, then please tell this to Agni or Kasark. So, Lorraine, I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise. My promise to me their engagement. Do you know anything about this? Even if you kind of glimpse of who attacked. Saha. Ah! Don't pay attention to your relatives pressuring you to get married, Lorraine. They appear to be worried that putting off the wedding will ruin the engagement itself, but my heart doesn't change so easily. So wherever you like, wherever Satira or somewhere else, and live freely without worrying about what people think about you. I'll wait for you as long as it takes for you to make up your mind. Oh man. I kind of wasn't vibing with Saha, but then I started vibing with him, and now to see him go like that, I actually feel bad. And he's on the list, so he's not coming back. Again, though, I would put myself on that list too. But here's the thing, though. I don't recall them explaining this, but I'm gonna ask this anyways, and maybe they explain it later. If that's the case, you don't have to say anything. But if I put my name on the list and I'm fighting, and I get bodied, and my name's on the list, it doesn't mean that somebody can't use it on me. It's just that, like, I guess by law or legally or it's shunned upon. But, like, the act can still physically happen. So, like, what if someone was like, fuck what he's talking about, that's my best friend, I'm gonna revive him and use the time spell on me. It would work, right? And then what would happen to my friend? Would they go to jail? Do we get executed? What happens to them? So, curious to know if that's something that gets brought up at all. If not, it is what it is. Maruna, I think we can stop now. I thought it was strange that Sympathy stopped attacking before, but I see a signal from over there. What? It looks like one of the humans named Kubera died, so Sagara was pulled off. Still, does that mean Sympathy could have stopped attacking? She must still have a great amount of vigor left. Hold on. It's not like the city's barriers broke, so how could a Kubera have died? Is this the work of that magician too? Very impressed, even in a situation like this. What's this, Maruna? You knew something? There's a collaborator on the human side? No, the process may be the same, but ultimately it's not a collaboration. It may be the most troublesome enemy of all. It's an enemy that both us and the humans... I should have killed it in the first moment I saw it in cart, but it escaped like a little rat. I wonder how much power it stole from the Kubera that it just killed this time. Hati, Surya, Hati, Indra. Got his ass! I was impressed. Was that magic? I'm impressed that they hit me while we're cloaked with the speed. Very powerful too, man. If I didn't have a regenerative ability, I could have died in one hit. This is no time to get distracted. Our cloaking is gone. That's so. Let's retreat for now. Sympathy retreated too. However, another Kubera was dead, so there's no reason for us to be doing this. So I was wrong then, in the sense that I wasn't wrong. I was kind of right. So. Something happens every time you kill somebody with that. So the power of name is a real thing. And I remember when Kubera first said to lead, like, you're wasting the power of name. But because so many people had that name, for whatever reason, that power was split up. So by her going to body each and every half and human with that name, she was somehow getting her, like, divine affinity or magic or something along that lines up slowly but surely. That's so crazy to me. Because what I was thinking at one point, maybe is that like when they said the power of name was divided between so many people, I thought that Asha was killing all the other Kuberas, so this Kubera would have all of the collective power of name in one body. Alright, for now let's retreat. Blah blah, read that. There's Kasak. 23. So you're saying that you ran over here simply because you saw the Suro's attack? Because you were worried that Lala would lose some of her lifespan with the summoning spell? How could I lie to a god? After all, you have insight, right? That's true, but your thoughts are all clouded. I can't believe whether it's true or not. Plus, the fact you know about insight means that there's a god who directly told you about it. Humans who don't know about the ability of insight can only learn about it directly from the mouth of a god. It cannot be communicated by any other means. It's the same as when someone has seen a god but cannot communicate with it. Okay, I remember that. But I had no idea who that god is, so you have to tell me yourself. Well, there was even an oracle, but I can't tell you which god it was. Wow, I haven't seen a lower life form this crazy in a while. Are you provoking a god? Ugh. Traditionally, this is the most effective way to control blasphemy with pain. Stop it. I know Cloud is suspicious, but that's not the problem right now. At the very least, Cloud isn't trying to harm me. So Chandra, carry out the plan that we spoke of before. You've sure grown up. Next thing you know, you'll be talking to me like a friend. If I've committed blasphemy, then judge me in hell. I'm going to die like my master soon anyways. Oh boy, not that again. Do you think I would have killed her on purpose? People make mistakes without realizing it. You know, a long time has passed in the human world, but you're still pouting about it. I think you've forgotten, but all you have to do is call me. Rather than making a promise with words, show me with concrete actions. He's laughing. Consider yourself lucky, lower life form. You should bow to Layla and thank her. Phew, thanks, Layla. My leg is so sore from kneeling down like that. Whack. You lunatic, how dare you talk back to Chandra? Were you trying to get yourself killed? Please. Wham, wham, wham. She hit it multiple times. That means the barrier of darkness is getting stronger, right? It looks like she finally used it after resisting for so long. The summoning spell. Even though Lila can't stand Chandra. Well, anyway, what a relief. With 2 elite gods summoned, we should be safe for pretty much anything, right? Look how lazy you are. Oh, fucking LeBron and Kobe are here. You guys would still have to do your part, man. Fuck, play a role. The transcendental energy that was coming from the sky has disappeared too, and seeing the turret has stopped automatically aiming itself, and the servants who were attacking and hiding who've run off in fear. If that's true, then what's that light's been shining in the distance before? Stumble. What's wrong? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Why is she making that face? Has a Sura appeared? It's Asha, Bhavati, Maru. Boom. To be continued. She pulled up on them. She's trying to get her too. They both seem to want Maroon out of here. Oh, Count! You're N5. Oh my god. Year N5. Planet Carte. Rao, is it true that you'll sponsor me when we go to Willarv? Asha, good timing. A picture of my daughter just arrived. Would you like to see it? What? It's a picture of her not long after she was born, but it took 5 years to get here because the transmission systems were down during the cataclysm. She must have grown up by a lot now, right? I bet she's adorable, although I'll meet her soon when we go to Willarv. You have a daughter? We haven't officially gotten married, but we're going to going to have the ceremony as soon as I get back. Look at this. She is like a mix of her mother hair and mine. Her hair is curly just like mine. Sometimes for no reason. There are people whose very existence I despised. It didn't matter what kind of personality or how you looked. I didn't want to know either. Your justice in mind. Ugh. My head at what just happened. Alright, Asha. It was definitely Asha. She was supposed to be locked up, so how did she... all the times to be in an area where I can't use Kubera magic. There's no way to fight her in this state. You don't need to hide yourself, Irie. Asha's already gone. Thank you, Roosh. If it weren't for you, we would have gone across without even moving. Oh! Don't mention it. Since you're so grateful, then tell a lot of people about my good deed. Of course. Thank you so much. What has happened? Where's Asha gone? Where? Oh, my good deed. Ape. Not sure. I figured she must have just left. I didn't even see her attack. I don't have any way of facing Asha anyway, so I wasn't even thinking about that. What about Leeds? I'm not sure. I feel sorry for Leeds, but I thought having a higher... But I thought I would have a higher chance of successfully saving you and the other people rather than Lee, since she was so close to Asha. This much of your face was gone when Bronte Maru was used. You barely survived because I used hot in the acids, but you don't remember a thing, do you? Thank you. Phew, how concise, very concise, thank you. 2 boring words. It almost brings tears to my eyes. For now, tell Saha that Asha has escaped. I'll heal the other people looking for Leeds. Right, hot Nifayu. Ran! Are you watching properly? Not only did the translated skill that was attacking the city stop, but the turret also completely stopped after a minute ago. We found up the Cosmo event. The terror stopped. When did it stop? Are you anxious? Is it hard to concentrate? Is there a problem with your vigor? To be honest, I think it's all 3. I never imagined him being dead. How could this happen? He was the strongest person after my brother. He could have beaten anyone. It's not like the Surahs invaded the city itself either, so how? This situation makes no sense. It makes me wonder whether I'm dreaming. Whole situation. What kind of crazy bastard would do this? It was my fault. It was my mistake. My fault. Please wake up. You have to stay together. Wake up from your dream. Let's think about bad things later, Rand. Put that aside in the corner of your mind for now. Just think of happy things right now. Rand, are you okay? I'm a bit nervous, so up to the point that I'll make a mistake in my calculations. My vigor is fine too. Incredible. You really do feel like an illness or something like this. That's nothing incredible about it. Magicians going into battle need to maintain their mental stability for the sake of their calculation speed. I guess that doesn't apply to you since you don't do a calculation. What's this? What happened? Are you insane? Who did this to you? We're heading to the Temple of Darkness. That's Asha destructed. We're gonna call from downstairs. What, Lorraine? Rana and Rana are the first witnesses. Lorraine was collapsed on the floor next to him also. She says she didn't see who did it, but she also got attacked. She got attacked too. What are you people idiots? Why would you let the person you suspect first just walk away? Jeez, you automatically eluded her from the suspect since they were engaged. Unbelievable. She ran away to avoid getting married and even defended Asha during a trial of murder. That's right. Now I can see the outline of the overall situation. There's no way Asha could have escaped on her own. Lorraine was in cahoots with Asha from the very start. Lorraine must have done the name search for her. That's why she defended Asha, helped her escape, and even went that far to kill the leader of our planet just because she was a threat to Asha. Wait, Asha escaped? That's right. She just destroyed the first turret and disappeared. I came here to tell you that, but now... Anyways, where's Lorraine? Where is she in this room? If she could attack, just open the door. So go check with Hati Surya. Murmur. Wait, so you're saying Asha escaped and killed Saha and Lorraine is her accomplice? There's no way she could do that when they were engaged. So for now, let's hear what she had to say. Look how naive she is. Engagement doesn't mean shit. She's gone. I don't see her with Sativuya. Shut up and up the door. I'm sure it was a Garuda Sura that I saw before, but it wasn't a stage 5 Rakshasa. Does that mean that the stage 5 Rakshasa was attacking is somewhere else and the guy just distracting the turret and drawing her attention to him? Agni said he would come out when the transcendental attack stopped, but I'm sure at least the attack is stopping but because of Utah. What other reason could there be for them stopping the attack and backing off? I thought you would just rush without thinking, but it looks like you are thinking a bit. Have you been reflecting on your actions, little dragon? The craziest one during the cataclysm? Chandra. To be continued. Oh my goodness, this is such. It's so funny because these confrontations are so fucking intense. Even though I don't know too much about Chandra, but just that energy that he brought when he's like the one who went the craziest during the cataclysm. You, little dragon. I think we're almost done with this arc. This has been very, very good. The tourists have stopped. That means that Maruna has left. As if there weren't enough that Sympathy had stopped their attack, but Maruna, I guess, had no choice. Since there's no way to break the barrier, I'll have to go to the city alone. I changed my mind. Since I've reached my goal, I should just take care of my personal stuff. Stop it, Sakura. I know what you're trying to do. Do you? Then, excuse me. Then you must also know I'll never give up on it, right? Just give up. When the Nastica die, that's the end. The end? Proof don't lie. Even the Nasticas have an afterlife too. Since they can't be accepted in the normal afterlife, they get isolated to a special afterlife completely separate from other creatures. But you've deceived us by calling that annihilation. Wait, who told you that? Who do you think? Only you fifth Zen gods knew about this and kept it a secret. Try really hard to guess which among those gods would have betrayed you. Well, I can see why you would have to want to keep it hidden. By claiming that as annihilation, it makes them want to give everything, even on trying to bring back each other from the dead. If we had known there was a separate afterlife for the Nasticas, we have tried to revive the dead ones long ago. No. Where dead Nasticas go is not some afterlife. What you about to say? Your justice in mind, 25. They don't go to. If they know that afterlife, after death, then what? Doesn't the fact that we go somewhere mean that it's not complete annihilation? It's basically the same as annihilation, since it's a place in which there is no return. What if there was a way to come back? Even if there were, you shouldn't use it. Why not? Are you afraid that it might work against you if someone you build comes back to life? Not that. That place is a dimension where souls are ripped apart. Nasticas have their name and soul separate, and only their name is left there. No matter what you do and try to revive someone, the thing that you revive will no longer be the person you once knew. It's just the power left behind without any self. You trying to scare me now? But I'm not stupid enough to fall for something as unfounded as that. It's not a lie, Sakura. Think carefully. If that tremendous power were to be unleashed without sense of self, the entire universe would disappear in a flash. It's the quickest way to get everyone destroyed. Whatever. You are one of the gods who was so happy when he died, right? You wouldn't even hesitate to lie if it meant you could stop him from being revived. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Even if what you said is true, I'm sure that he would recognize me. He would recover his memories of his former life and return to his kind and devoted leader. Sagara, that's just your wishful thinking. Shut up. Slash. Oh! In the neck, nigga? Or head? You're Agni after all. You don't die easily after getting... You after getting... Oh, okay. I guess rather than die, you should stay alive so you can greet him. Enough of your petty tricks. You idiot. You fell for some poor transcendental skill like this. Hey, Agni, wake up. The fuck is that? Oh, wait, no, that's Sting. Wow, humans are quite impressive. I can't believe they summoned another god in the meantime. But you, Chandra of all gods? The God of Darkness is nothing more than a scarecrow if he loses his transcendental power, right? I haven't seen you in ages, but it looks like we have to part ways. So long. Grab. Clasp. What are you doing? Snap out of it. Wrong. Yeah, what is he doing? That movement so fast. How did he do that just now? It would be dangerous to keep fighting. I'm better escape for now. Now there's even a half dragon here. What the news is, why do I have to deal with this when I was just supposed to get rid of Agni? I'll forget it. I'll forget it. Just leave him in. Let's get out of here. Leave him go. Look at her. Don't go after her. If you do, you don't use your transcendence, you'll die if other superior sewers join her. For now, let's take Agni back to the city. It looks like Sagara still doesn't know what's going on with the stage 5 Rakshas in the sky. So we should get rid of that stage 5 Raksha before she notices. Do we continue? Oh, we're gonna body her? Gonna take her out the motherfucking paint? Sympathy hasn't returned? What about Sagara? Why did you guys return without Sagara? That's strange. Why wouldn't Sympathy be back yet? I thought Sympathy would be back since we achieved our goal and the attack stopped. Isn't it obvious? She must be watching from them from above. Gandhi isn't back either. Plus, there's no telling where something unexpected might come up. Are you guys listening to us? I asked you, why did you come back without Sagara? That's alright. That human named Kubera was dead anyways. Knowing Sympathy, she probably didn't stand there watching. Maruna, how could you not even think of Sagara? Oh. Knowing your king, she'll be back without a scratch on her. Even if she has to use my little brother as cowardly as a shield. Don't do anything foolish like attacking those targets you don't recognize. Not that attacking would work anyways. You act all nonchalant like Sagara must win. But deep side, you're obviously really pissed after seeing how your brother was abused. Your justice in mind 26. I can't believe this happened to him. This whole situation is a complete mess. Tisk. Laila summoning works, so that's Chandra. He's not going to hold us responsible. We're just doing what we're told. You. Ran. He just became a AA recently. What are you doing, Ryan? Don't just stand there by your head. I'm not supposed to bow my head, but why does he feel so uncomfortable? I feel like I should keep my head raised. How unexpected. I didn't think he would ever become a AAA. Do they accept that kind of power too in exams nowadays? I won't question you about it. As long as you're on the side of those lower life forms, you don't look like you're ready to fight outside yet, so just protect the city. You don't need to bow your head. Is Agni still recovering? What the fuck's going on? It looks like the priest of a fire was near the door when she was electrocuted by an attack outside. Although her godly robes protected her from serious damage, for some reason she hasn't woken up, and even Hodney Ashburn's can't revive her. How can she not withstand the stress? She's supposed to be a priestess. Pathetic. She sure doesn't know what it takes to be a magician. Gee, look who's talking. Are you saying that you have what it takes to be a god? God's supposed to be broad-minded. Tisk. Even I would be a better god than you cocky son of a bitch. I'll come for you when I die. So Chandra, isn't it important to find the culprit who did that to Saha and ran away? Judging by Saha destroying the turret, it looks like. Sorry, I'm getting kind of restless. That the culprit is on the same side as the Suras. It's a good thing I stayed calm even in that situation and used some magic. Otherwise, there would have even been more serious casualties. So basically, you want me to see you as a hero for saving people. I appreciate your efforts, but you failed to protect the most important thing. Lila's the last one left now. Everything is going disgustingly well according to his plan. Was it reckless to even attempt to challenge your destiny created by time? What do you mean? You still never managed to understand what people say on the first time. Your stupidity is what tires the people around you. What should I say it again? Saaz was one of the people named Kubera. That's why he died. Now that Saha's dead and that they've achieved their goal, the Suras have backed off too. I'm a moron. For a second I thought that was the actual Kubera. I didn't realize that was Asha at first. This has gotten way more intense. I've known for ages that Saw was the Kubera, but he was a tough opponent, and I tried to let him stay alive as long as possible. He was such an important position that dealing with him would have been tough with the aftermath if I'd killed him. But now it's really over. There's no reason to worry about the aftermath, and I even have a chance to kill him easily. No, Asha, why are you telling me this right now? After destroying the first turret and breaking me all the way here, all you want is to try and make me understand your murder? I don't care whether you understand it or not. I just need you to take responsibility. You were the weakest and easiest to kill among the remaining Kuberas, Lees. But I didn't take this road. I killed Saha instead of you. But ultimately, the only reason you're alive is thanks to my consideration and Saha's sacrifice. Sacrifice? Consideration? Sacrifice? What are you talking about? You still don't get it? I have to get out of here, but you keep dragging this out. Basically, I'm saying Saha died because of you. You should thank me for risking my life and taking such a dangerous path just to spare you. Now you can take responsibility for the leader of the planet who died because of you. She smacks the shit out of her, okay? Ha, jeez, I can only stand so much bullshit. Thank you. Let's fucking go. Thank you, man. Lee's talking that talk right now. She walking it too. Put respect, homie. That's a go. Why would I be responsible for you killing people? Did I force you to kill Saha? Did I say I wanted to live at the expense of other people's lives? I never said that. I don't have much time left anyways. Plus, I'm risking my own life to save Rin Hollow. I don't care if I die for someone else's sake. And yet, you go and kill someone and try to blame me for it. Don't blame anyone else for your own mistakes. You're the one who committed murder, and you need to take responsibility for it. How could you be so ungrateful when I let you live? Enough of that nonsense. You've completely changed. You're the one who's changed. I've always been this way. No matter how stupid you are, you should at least remember that much. I was rude. I was blunt, rude, and insulting. I treated you worse than a complete stranger on the street. I locked you up and controlled you without giving you a clear reason. Whenever a problem came up, I always blamed you for it and you accepted it. All you ever did was turn around with that dumb smile on your face and let the complaining... Oh my god, Asha, why? Why are you doing this to us? Even after being treated like that, you still liked me and trusted me, and now you tell me that I've changed? It's not even funny. It wasn't even long ago that you completely believed me when I told you that your village ended up like that because of you. After accepting it, now you say that you can't accept Saha's death because of you, and you say I'm the one who's changed? Don't kid yourself. I'm the same that I've always been, and the only thing that's changed is your willingness to accept that. I can see why you wouldn't want to accept it. You must want not to accept it because of your stupid past when you used to trust and follow me even while being treated like that. That's why you want to believe that I'm the one who's changed. I must have an idea of why you changed. It's because of Mira, isn't it? She said she would wait until later to tell you, but it looks like she couldn't help opening her big mouth. Not like this, bro. Not like this. No, Mira's not the one who told me. Mira said she didn't want me to find out right away, but Mira's secretary gave me the documents about the reason you hid the fact Kaz was alive and why you only let me live this long, knowing the whole time you've been killing all the other Kuberas. And even why you wouldn't find a transcendental teacher for me after making me draw the Sword of Return. You wanted to ask whether everything in the documents was true, but you were forbidden from having visitors. That document I saw too before I met Mira. There's no need for me to ask anything because basically Mira's a very smart girl, you know. It was wrong about one important thing. The part about me letting you live because you could be valuable as a warrior. If that was wrong, if that was wrong, Lise. If I were to kill you, your power would become mine anyway. If you think about it, obviously it would have been better to just let me kill you and take your power without your power rather than having to take you with me everywhere. But you happen to be Rao's daughter. Some ignorant, uneducated country bumpkin with the name Kubera that wasn't even worth sparing. The only reason you were worth sparing was simply because you were Rao's daughter with the last name Lee's. Brilith, back again. Agony. Anything else besides me? What? Anything else? Anything other than the God you see before you right now. Anything else before yourself. If can be anything, just try to remember something. You've really forgotten everything. I should have left before, but I chose to bring you back regretfully. Well then, shall we go? I'll escort you to the entrance. Freeze. Tears drop. How did it go? I think she'll be able to last for a bit. It wouldn't be good to wake her up right now, so I can't increase her vigor or recovery speed any more than this. It seems like she's not going to make it. It would be better to send her off rather than forcing her to stay. There are a few people on the planet who could summon you, you know? She doesn't look like she would be able to properly handle your powers. It would be better to just send her off and get us summoned by even more outstanding summoner. No, Brilith has to be the one to summon me. Let's go. With the paralysis, the paralysis will wear off as we wait any longer. There's a good chance that the stage 5 Rakshakov from the Garuda clan has a certain amount of resistance to paralysis. The Suros might also... Oh wait, they're not attacking because you got hit with the paralysis spell? The city's defenses will be in danger if we're all far from the city. That's true, but we only have one chance to attack safely while the stage 5 Rakshasa is paralyzed in order to make sure that we can kill it. You, me, and Agni, the three of us have to go together. Although Agni and I can go on our own if Agni were in his normal state. They go up. Is that the god Agni and another god plus a half dragon? Simpanti is the only reason that all of them would be heading for the sky at the same time. Shoot, Simpanti stopped the attack from an external factor like paralysis, not her own will. What should I do? There's no guarantee. If I go after, there's no guarantee that I can get there faster than the gods. And if Simpanti up, that's it. Now that the barrier around the city with the gods anymore, if I can't get there before them, I'll have to make them come back down. Is he gonna go after Brilith? Jesus fuck, nigga. Sorry, my mind is racing. So if you see me pause like that, it's because like all of these things are like a ping pong ball just going all over my head. Big wild, big wild, big wild. I think this is the right chapter, right? 162? Yeah, sorry, I was all behind one for a little bit. My bad. What are you looking at? Get over here. The city is under attack. If you keep going any higher, the barrier will be in danger. No, it won't. What would those guys attack the city for when they have already achieved their goal? The answer is obvious. Either there are other Suras going to release Simpanti from her paralysis right now, or paralysis Raksha is going to break out, blah blah. Whichever it is, that attack right now is nothing more than a trick to distract us. They won't be able to break through a 4-layer barrier that easy. It would be better to deal with the Raksha up in the sky quickly. Let's head up. Your justice in mine 28. Crash, crash, crash. Mira, the barrier just... I know. Aerial Plateau, Temple of Wind. Did you just hear Saha? Did you tell her about Saha? No. Telling her now wouldn't do a thing. The other priests don't know either. Oh, they gotta keep their vigor up. That makes sense. Aerial Plateau. Sorry, my back getting itchy. If they got the triple sky attributes, then tell everyone on standby, no except exceptions. No matter what happens, we can't allow all the barriers to be destroyed at the same time. Ren Hollow, Temple of Darkness. Layla, will we be okay? We have no choice to put faith. To have faith and wait right now. All we can do is hope that Chandra will resolve the issue and return quickly. No death, Claude. Could you at least pretend to be right about the barrier? I'm not in charge of it, even if it breaks anyways. There are the priest candidates, you know. Ariel, Plateau, Sky Tower. What's going on? We're under attack, but not a single turret is working. They're attacking in human form. The turrets only attack them in Sura form. Ran. You have the eyes of a hunter, right? I do, but Reese ended up looking after the tower instead of Ran. Then go check things out near the nearby mountains have collapsed. There will be almost no obstacles in your way. Judging from the direction and type of attack, they're probably somewhere over there. It looks like a circular transcendental skill centered around Caster. I found it, but it's in human form, so I won't be able to hit it from here. Or here. We have this, Ran. I heard about his power, but let's say that it blew up one of the pillars supporting a temple in Caliboom. All we could do is add the Sky Tower distance, adjust the power, will be tremendous. No, right now I told you my brother might be able to use it, but then why have you been carrying around so much? If you can't use it, then there's no need for you to even carry it around, right? It's not like I don't have any way of firing it. Flash. What's this? Are we supposed to just sit here and pray? If you don't think you can do it, I'll fire it. How do you know how to use it, right, Rana? If you fail, you could lose all your figure. It's better than not trying at all. It doesn't look like there's anyone around here with as much vigor as me. Plus, if I fail, it would be better for me to do it since I recover figure quickly. Where's the bowstring on this thing? Sit, I'll fire it. Since you recover magician, wouldn't it be better for you to use your vigor for this? The reason I've been carrying it around is because I can use it, but I can't fire it in my current state. Don't tell me no. I didn't mean to go that far. It'd be better if I flash. Maybe it's a coincidence that I lost power when you were born. Your father wants you to be a magician, but your abilities aren't quite up to it. When he was alive, your grandfather used to say, stay away from Nastikas. Don't let them seduce you. Don't lend them your power. Either. He always said that while raising me on his own. Ran, my mom said she hopes you don't do that again. Not only could you use your life, but there could be an even greater punishment waiting for you. I thought you said that your mom has this kind of power lots of times before. Not a lot, just a few times. For your father when we were little. Then I'll use it for Rana. Why is it that you only take after bad things about me? What was that light just now? I've never seen Ran let his hair down before. Why did he let his hair down? Letting his hair down isn't the problem. Can't you all see? Ran. There's no much telling how much of my lifespan will decrease if I drag this out. I don't have enough vigor for the sack several times. I need to gather my trigger all in one. He fires. What's this now? What a joke. Does he expect... What does he expect to do an attack like that? At least he could... At least be accurate if he's not strong. You idiot! It swirls up. They get him? Did you get him? Target acquired. Target acquired. Wow, what's that? Oh, let me change the thing. Oh, I love when there's action in this shit. It's like the perfect. It just makes it perfect when the action's happening. Wow, what's that? It looks like the attack from the city, but for the shockwave to reach all the way over here. I don't know what it is, but Maruna might be in danger. Should we go help him? Ignore him right now. This is more important. Why should we be worried about someone who chose to dive in there by himself? It actually would be better for us if he were to go and get himself killed for his arrogance when we already achieved our goal, since he'll go back to being enemies once we are done cooperating anyways. Well, that's true. Well then, we're all ready now. I hope we won't have any regrets. Who's that? The fuck? Sitting there looking all godly and shit. Do you see the man sitting in this himself in the center? Not very clearly. Do you mean the man wearing something like an armored helmet? Yeah. As you be able to tell from it, the situation around him, he's the leader of a mob of Suras. The superior Sura that attacked your village was simply follow his orders, and he was the main instigator behind it. So if you just kill him, not only will you get your revenge, you will stop the Suras from achieving their goal. Now do you understand their responsibility you have to carry out is? This way, you can both have revenge and honor of having saved the planet, but it's extremely dangerous. When Saha died, it became a matter of time before the Suras reached their goal. So if you don't kill him with the Sword of Return before this, it'll all be over. Then you shouldn't have harmed Saha in the first place. Then I wouldn't have had enough power. Before I entered this fight, I had to kill one more person to boost my strength. Why do you try so hard to boost your power? You could have just cooperated with Saha. If you told Saha about this plan of yours, he would have cooperated with you. Why do you go so far for killing someone? If I had done that, then it wouldn't have been me who wins in the end. I only have one intermediate goal in common with you. My ultimate goal and the values I'm willing to forsake to achieve it are all different. You may not care if you die for someone else's sake, but I do. I have a goal that goes beyond mere revenge. In order to achieve it, I only have to survive until the very end. It doesn't matter how righteous the means are. Whether I kill Suras, humans, I don't care, as long as they're not a part of Rao's family. If you didn't have the name Lees, I wouldn't have bothered with you for so long either. That warmth that occasionally used to show itself among her blunt statements. She's probably actually a good person. The faint affection that she gave me in this endless faith was never directed towards me. My life is worthless to her. She would have killed me in a heartbeat if I wasn't Rao's daughter. When I think about it now, there's no reason that Asha should show affection to someone like me. It was strange to me to have expected that. Asha, I'll ask you just one thing. Was this really the only way? Didn't you consider looking for a better way where you would have to kill people? Have you ever once thought about the path you're taking was wrong? Never. I'll kill 1,000 people if it means I can have the last laugh. That's my justice. But that isn't your justice. By sacrificing yourself for the greater good, didn't you say that you didn't care about that kind of thing? Then obviously you should just stop arguing with me and help me kill that guy. Isn't that so? Having seen through her thick shell, she was so different from what I imagined in my own mind. For some reason, I actually laughed. Did you just laugh? You laughed on the day you lost your village too. I get like that sometimes. Anyways, what do I have to do now? For now, it's impossible to jump across with all those superior Suras. So we have to sneak into the passage behind where he's sitting alone and kill him alone. Whether we succeed or fail, the superior Suras will all rush at us afterwards. I don't mind dying. But there are friends I would like to see first. You stay here and guard here, so that no one disturbs me or come this way. Eat them all up just like you survived so far. Well done, staying in a human form when 2 gods have been summoned. You sure got guts. Have you decided to get yourself killed? Gandavara, why do you look so young? There's no time to chat if you want to live. Get away from this place right now. Get far away from the snake space and fire after firing the gods. It will be perfect if you ran away around to Kali Bloom. Then hide yourself in human form. If you ever get involved here, you end up dying no matter which side you're on. Why would you show up all of a sudden to tell me that? If I intended to save myself, I wouldn't have come all the way here. I just don't want to see my siblings. I just don't want to find my siblings and return. I just want to find my siblings and return to the sewer realm. Do you think he's really going to keep that promise? He's the one who tricked me into coming all the way here and then abandoned me. What on earth do you trust so much about him? If he intended to keep his promise with you, someone should have showed up to help you, but no one has come. If you have half a brain, think of why that would be. You're going to be enemies with them once your brief cooperation ends anyways. Now that they got what they wanted, they probably just want you dead now. You're already a useless nuisance to them. Then help me, Gandavara. There's a companion of mine in space, a Symphanti, a fish-stage Rakshasa, She was also cooperating with the snakes just now like me, but right now the snakes have forsaken her. If I leave her like this, she may end up dying in an attack from the gods. I think it's been a misunderstanding, Maruna. I am not from the Garuda clan. The only reason I saved you right now is because you're my friend's son. There's no reason for me to save a Raksha I've never even met. But Simpanti's one of the only only two stage 5 Rakshas in the Garuda clan at the moment. Akasha must have sent Simpanti here knowing that there's obviously nothing in the human world that could pose a threat to her. If we lose a stage 5 Raksha like this, it would be a huge power for the Garudas, Gandhi. It's only for the sake of your friend. Please save Simpanti. I understand the situation, but I don't have any strength right now to go all the way into space and fight. I'm not asking for that much. Just help me deliver a threatening attack against the city. If you do, Simpanti will be able to survive. Holy crap, dude. It's just getting crazier by the second. I just don't understand. How was this still crescendoing? Like, oh, dude. Ryan, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bit tired. That was amazing, Rand. Judging from the way you completely stopped and attacked the Sura, that looks like you vaporized them. Why didn't you use up really before? It uses up part of his lifespan. What's wrong with that? After all, he could save many people with the debt. Just hold back, Rana. I actually want to curse her, but I don't have the energy to. Boom. Whisk, boom. Don't allow the city to get damaged, Maruna. Stop attacking as soon as there's only one layer of the barrier left. This is my condition for helping you. If you make a mistake, I won't see you again. Alright. 164. We're gonna keep going. What's wrong with you? You worrying about them exactly what they want. No, this time is really dangerous. 3 layers of barrier just broke. Thankfully, the first barrier layer recovered, but in its current state, it's only a matter of time since all has penetrated and attacked the city. That's why I said it would be best to hurry and get rid of the Sura and come back. You know, at this rate, the risk of Brilith dying becomes too great. Hey, Agony, if I go back to strengthen the barrier, you go to Kasak right now. My firepower is bigger than Kasak's. Weak or not, without you, we don't have enough firepower to safely kill that level 5 Raksha. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It's better than leaving the city to be destroyed like this. It may be tough, but I'm counting on you. He's like, what? Don't push yourselves too hard to counterattack. Now that I'm here, there's no way the barrier will be completely broken. As you can attack the enemies after Chandra and Kasak gets back. Save your lifespan. Gondor, I figured that the barrier could only have been destroyed that easily with your help. But now that I know you're attacking the city yourself, it's a shame. While the other gods are giving up on you, I was the only one who believed in your potential. I found it right over there. What do you mean? I don't see a thing. I can't sense anything with my eyes either. I just found it using my 6th sense. It stopped moving, but it hasn't stopped its cloaking, so we have no choice. You just attack in the direction that I installed the amplifier. Unlike Bravati Chandra, which only amplifies the power of magic, Chandra's amplifier also amplifies the power of transcendental. It will really get tough when it wakes up and starts moving around. That's why we needed Agni. If we need to get as much damage as possible with its firepower before it can move properly. Aren't you going to use cloaking, Chandra? You're in a cloud of darkness after all. Vishnu sealed out that ability of mine. What? Why would Lord Vishnu do such a thing? Lord Vishnu? Only a small number of people know the truth about that insane god. I'll tell you if we manage to kill that Sura safely. Anyways, keep its eyes closed while it fights. It'll keep its eyes closed while it fights to avoid my insight, so its attacks won't be very accurate. After damaging it with our first attack, it'll probably fire at random since it doesn't know our position. Then you just have to attack in the direction that I installed the amplifier while one can attack. Easier said than done. You're scared now, aren't you? No, the only thing I fear is my father. Episode. Okay, I understand. I get it. Alright. Well, anyway, I'm finished installing the amplifier. So we'll attack together when I count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Flash. You're on your own now. On my own? That's right. This place is far away from the aerial plateau anyway, so you can use Kubera magic. And the bracelet lets you regenerate yourself so you won't get killed right away, right? I'll watch the situation from behind and use magic. As soon as you see an opportunity to cut his head off with the sword of return right away, don't hesitate. I'm sparing you because you're a Rao's daughter, but as long as you don't get in the way of my goal. If I see any sign that you're gonna miss, I'll kill you right away and finish the job myself. Got it? If you don't understand, I get it. Don't worry. This is the end of that rotten path that I've been walking this whole time. It has been for this moment. Oh, wait. This is the scene we keep seeing. Oh! The outcome was already decided from the time a god who can see the future promised to take my side. This is my victory, Kubera. Chapter 31, Your Justice and Mine End. Next week will feature the past stories of 3 supporting characters, and this chapter will be continued the week after that. To be continued. This is incredible. That was amazing. I'm gonna keep reading right now, just off screen. My mind is going a million miles a minute, but Asha, you've made a hypocrite out of me. But Asha, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh boy. I have no words right now. I really don't. Thank you guys for watching. If you got this far, did I change this to the last chapter? Probably, anyways. I probably didn't, did I? This was just... What's going on, Currygom? Ay, ay, ay.